We're here to define what a man is, right?
Responsibility creates struggle, struggle creates strength, and strength creates structure.
How many people care about what people think about them? Be honest.
As a man, you got to be able to protect not just yourself, but your family.
When we talk about being a man, it's your behaviors.
But I don't say any of this to brag. I don't say any of this to gloat my life up or I'm better than anybody.
I start crying. I'm like, why am I crying? And so what I realized was,
you put yourself in a target-rich environment. You are the only woman that paid for a ticket to come to this event.
if you're trying to teach your daughter to be around a certain man and you're not that man yourself, she gonna choose you.
Hey, let me not touch this nigga. He too clean. Where is that on you?
It's not on me.
It's not on you. The only reason why it's not on you is because you didn't choose it.
Find the women who can actually help you build. And here's some deep game for you. You don't have to have sex with all of them.
Since 2016, I've been following Lucario and Miles. Y'all changed my life. Followed by Uncle Ram. So ever since then, I've been getting a little bit of too much ass at times.
You know, as a man, there's a balance to it. Your purpose and pussy. And the heavier your purpose.
Even if you lose the relationship, you don't lose yourself. And that's the most important part.
Yo, yo, yo. Yo, yo, yo. Can y'all hear me?
What's up? Can you hear me? What's up with y'all? My bad, man. My shit was on mute. I was talking. How y'all doing, man? What's going on with y'all?
Chilling, man. I've been told my applause sound like shit. So I don't really.
The show yesterday, and it conks out after a couple of seconds. It don't go to full.
Yeah.
The full, you know what I'm saying? You know.
I don't know what that's about.
Oh shit, we got a new member in this motherfucker, Renee P. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Renee P in the building. All right.
Appreciate that. All right. So, man, I was thinking about this. We got to talk about this, yo.
What were you thinking about?
Of sexual exclusivity consistent with love or possessiveness? Now, let me just say this. Here's my caveat. I don't give a fuck what type of relationship people want. If you want a monogamy-oriented relationship, a poly relationship, it matters to me not. Now, this is what I've always said. Sexual exclusivity is an illusion. Okay, now let me explain what I mean. When I say that, people are like, man, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm not saying that sexual exclusivity doesn't exist. I'm not saying that you can't have a relationship and there's fidelity or faithfulness within a relationship. I'm not saying that can't exist.
Right.
What I am saying is you can't prove it, though. You cannot prove fidelity. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. You can think it, you can assume it, you can pray for it, you can hope for it, but you can never really prove it. The only thing that's been proven is that people do cheat because people have been caught. You know what I'm saying? But as far as someone being faithful, you can't really prove it. Maybe you can have confidence to a certain extent that someone is that way, but you can't really prove it, right? So when I say sexual exclusivity is an illusion, you have a bunch of people going crazy about something you can't even prove. Now, there's a few clips that I'm going to show you guys, right?
Oh, shit.
It's a few, you know what I'm saying? They short. There's 4. There's 3 in particular that I really want to get at. Then the 4th one, in my opinion, that's how all men should be when it comes to certain things. The first 3, when I say is the requirement of sexual exclusivity consistent with love or possessiveness, I think a lot of people think that they love the person that they want to be sexually exclusive to them. I think they think what they feel is love. I really think that some of them feel that. I personally feel like a lot of people have codependency issues.
Is that me chiming? Can y'all hear it chiming going on?
Yeah, it's constantly chiming.
Oh, I'm getting notifications. My bad.
Oh, okay.
Okay. It's notifications for us going live. My bad. So a lot of people they think what they feel is love, but what they feel is is somebody coming to rescue them from themselves. What I mean by that is you have a lot of people that have low self-esteem issues.
Right.
They're insecure. They have quote unquote trust issues, whatever the fuck that means, right? And what happens is they'll meet someone that makes them feel good for a time. Yeah. And they equate that with love, but it's not really love. It's that moment in time, you don't feel insecure for that moment in time. Okay, or you feel good about yourself. Like they give you a shot in the arm, but it's not real love, right? So what happens is they feel like, well, if you love me, I'll be the only one you make feel this way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want you to be around anyone else and make them feel the way that you make me feel, because that's going to make me feel like I've always felt. Low self-esteem, lack of confidence, codependency issues, and trust issues. I'm going to pass it to y'all, then we're going to get into it.
Yeah. Yeah. This is one of those things that I think is one of the hardest parts of this whole dating and relationship discussion, because it's like we've been taught a certain way. You know, we've been taught one person for one person. We've been taught monogamy, and then there's a certain point in time where I think love itself becomes a cope for the harshness of the world in general. You know what I mean? Like, you know, you consider all the things that happen in life. You know, you watch the news, you know, bad things happen. You get fired from your job. You know, you get injured. Somebody say some weird shit to you or whatever it is. And then you feel like, well, at least I have my wife, or at least I have my husband, or at least I have my girlfriend, at least I have my boyfriend. It's like, so then you figure you can always go to them to reassure that comfort as far as your space in this world. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people fall for that illusion, which is why when it comes to game, when it comes to masculine identity, when it comes to, you know, manhood is a skill set, you know, when it comes to these type of philosophies, we start to realize that the only place of comfort, even and I'm gonna just speak for a man, because I know a woman is different, because you can see the shirt right here. You know what I believe, but I have to speak for a man, right? And as a man, you have to come to the realization that this world is harsh. You have to come to the realization that the only place of comfort is in your own mindset. The only place of a guaranteed sanctuary of comfort and self-assuredness is your own self-assuredness. You reassuring yourself that no matter what, as long as you're breathing, you're okay. And once I'm not breathing, I don't need to give a fuck anymore, because I'm not breathing. You see what I'm saying? But once I'm breathing, I'm okay. Once I could take my next breath, I'm doing just fine. So when it comes to love and relationships, especially as a man, you have to realize that it's just like anything, and it's just like anything else in this world, which has to be enjoyed, but you cannot attach your worth to it. You understand? You can't say that, you know, a lot of people love to say I'm married or I'm in a relationship, and they use that as something to add to their resume to raise their value. You understand? And it's like, you got to be careful with that shit, because remember, everybody has free will. And as easily as you got into a relationship with this person is just as easily as you can lose them. It's just as easily as they can fall, you know, just as easy as you fell in love, just as easily you could fall out of love. You understand? And I mean, a man shouldn't even be falling in love, but that's another conversation. But so, you know, the bottom line in what I'm saying is that I can't, and I've done a couple of videos on this recently, so please stay on the lookout on my channel. You know, I got some reaction videos coming up about this type of shit. But the bottom line is, you really got to focus on yourself. And the thing with cheating and all that other shit, you can only reduce the possibility of a person cheating on you, but you cannot 100% prevent it necessarily.
There you go. That's fact.
You understand? Because we're all put here with free will. And the thing is that people at the end of the day are gonna do what benefits them. So the only way you can influence and reduce the possibility of somebody, quote unquote, cheating on you is to show them that you are that value, that you are that benefit, that them being faithful to you is a benefit to them. You understand? You show that woman, yo, you literally have to, and this is why I tell guys to focus on themselves, because when you focus on yourself, that means you're gonna do right by yourself. You're gonna succeed. You're gonna win. So I'm not here to tell a woman, hey, you better not cheat on me. No, what I'm gonna do is every day I wake up, I'm gonna show her why her best place is by my side. That's the best I can do. And once I do that to the best of my ability, then everything else is up to her free will. And then from there, she can choose to do what she wants. But you got it, Jay.
Yeah. It's kind of funny because I'm going to take it back to the man knowing himself,
Right.
which is a lot of the themes of discussion that we talk about, and how it helps out all of society, right?
Mhm.
So, and this is one of its areas, because if you really think about it mathematically, if there's always been more women to men on earth, and every one guy takes one woman, there's going to be a whole bunch of lonely ladies out there.
Facts.
Right? Just by mathematical numbers only.
That's a whole other discussion, but yeah.
Yeah, a whole nother discussion, which really shows the selfishness of women, because they all talk about sisterhood, but yet they won't share their man when they know their girl don't have one. But anyway,
I like that.
that's a different discussion. But so the biggest thing that, because I think people have been defining and going against the norm of relationships for a long time. But there's one consistent thing to me that rides in that is honesty. And I think that the more a man begins to know himself and identify himself, the more he gets honest with himself and everybody around him. So he honestly can make and state those statements and say, hey, no, I am not going to be the type of guy that is only going to foster one relationship at a time. And then that way it would give whoever that he's involved with the opportunity to accept or not accept. A lot of times people lie to each other on these circumstances and to not hurt the other person, or to not, or for whatever reason they got going on why they don't become honest with themselves. And I believe that the more a man grows up and says, you know what, I am who I am, I'm gonna be honest with you, then that allows for everything to become peaceful, right? So there is no more arguments when it comes to this, because there was true honesty from the very beginning. If that person accepts that in their life and you go on from there, that relationship right there is now defined however it is. And everybody in there, there's no, oh, you know, you went behind my back and you cheated and you did this and you did that. It's like, no. Everything was on the table. And you know, that alone to me settles a lot of the possessive love, all this when it comes to honesty, because now you take that out the picture. Nobody could come up and say, hey, you told me there would be no other person ever.
Right.
Right. But then the person says, no, I didn't say that. You know, you clearly heard me say this, and I said it over and again and over again. I didn't say it smooth. I didn't try to finesse it. I didn't try to, you know, add some extra words to make it seem like, yes, I'm there with you. No, I told you this. And so to me, that settles a lot of this discussion, because if a gentleman really knows himself and really starts to develop that and resets himself to be honest, to me, it'll make his whole life peaceful, along as her life too.
Right.
All right, let me say this. Shout out Joe Blaz with the 10. Respect, brothers. So let me say this before I get to these clips. Let me say this. I want to just read something to you guys, right? So when we talk about possessiveness, okay, what does it mean to be possessive? The fact of demanding total attention or love and not wanting somebody to be independent. One of the things that I don't do, I don't require or make women promise me sexual exclusivity. I don't.
Right.
Now, if a woman wants to tell me she don't want no one else, what I'm going to tell her is, hey. If you promise that shit, I said, I'm not requiring for you to promise that shit to me. But if you promise that shit to me, understand If you renege on that, you're gone. You're through. You know what I'm saying? So once I say that, I'll wash my hands of it. Like I'm not gonna worry about it. I ain't gonna lose no sleep over it, right? Because you said I didn't. Because here's the thing with obligated monogamy, and a lot of people right now, this is why I believe a lot of monogamy-oriented relationships are fake as fuck, right? And what I mean by that is, are you monogamous of your own free will?
Right.
Or did somebody tell you, well, if you want a relationship with me, then you can only have me. You can't fuck nobody else.
Right.
Okay. Now it's an obligation for you to be only with that person. It's not of your own free will. So I think what happens is in the beginning, people are accepting of that because everything is good. The new car smell, everything is still, you know what I'm saying? All good. But I think as time goes on and people start to feel taken for granted or other things, I think resentment and animosity begins to set in. Like, why I'm even faithful to this motherfucker if they can't give me what I want? And then boom, there you go, a built-in excuse to go cheat. You know what I'm saying? I think that happens a lot because they were never sexually exclusive of their own volition, of their own free will. And I think that that's the problem in a lot of relationships where you got dudes and women, you know what I'm saying, that are only saying they're going to be faithful because that person demands that of them. Which to me, that's some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that really works in the long run. For some people, maybe, but I don't think it works in the long run. Now, I want to read something else. What is possessiveness in a relationship? Possessiveness is fundamentally a fear of loss. Possessive people worry that their partners will leave them. This creates feelings of fear, anger, and sadness. So even within the confines or the context of people wanting sexual exclusivity, it's the feeling of loss. If they fuck somebody else, they might like it better. They might leave that person for me because they like having sex with them better. Okay, This is why you got dudes worried about a woman's body count. It's the same shit, right? They can say what they want, but I just read it. It's just this fear of loss, right? This is why you got guys and women going through each other's phones. Let me tell y'all something. I don't know how y'all look at it. To me, going through my phone is a fireable offense. Your ass is done. You know what I'm saying? Don't go through my shit. Because in order for someone to find something, they would have to read personal text messages between you and your family members, between you and your partners. So they're reading shit that's not meant for them. Okay, and it's not necessarily that it's a secret. It's like, bitch, the conversation is for me. Right? So in order for them to dig and find shit, I equate that with a guy reading a woman's diary. Right? He's reading shit that ain't got nothing to do with him in an attempt to find something that got something to do with him. You know what I'm saying? So to me, if you got to go through all of that, then you're not mentally or emotionally fit to be in a relationship. If you got to put GPS trackers on people's cars and shit, if you got to tell your woman, share your location with me all the time. Like, we got a call on the Man Handles and Skill Set show about a month or so ago where a guy was doing that, where he always knew where his girl was and shit. So to me, he's trying to possess her. So he's in a relationship where it's obligated monogamy on a woman's part. And I'm gonna tell you right now, put somebody in a situation where you're squeezing them. You're trying to force them to be faithful, because that's what you're doing. You're trying to force them to be faithful. That person will end up either cheating and or leaving you at some point. Before I hop into these clips, y'all got something y'all want to add to that?
Yeah. Well, again, I believe that a man should love as God loves, and God gives everybody free will. And I think if you're in a relationship, you should have free will, because if you, let's just say you do like fucking somebody else better, you should go be with them. I really think you should. You understand? I really, really think you should. I mean, just because we have good sex don't mean you might not like fucking somebody else better. And if you like fucking them better, then see, every time when somebody leaves somebody, you got to know how to look at shit. Because you can look at it like, oh yeah, she left me. Or you can say, she's giving me room to find somebody that's more compatible.
There you go.
I'd rather look at it in the latter. You understand? And at the same time, I'm not gonna act like that person didn't mean anything to me. But at the same time, I can only enjoy what's there to be enjoyed. Once, like you said, Kay, that you always say, enjoy shit until it's not enjoyable anymore.
There you go.
Well, if it's gone, then it can't be enjoyed anymore, and therefore I have to do my next best. And like I said, I have to see it as now I have room to find somebody new and more compatible. That's what it's really all about. So it's just all the way. It all depends on the way that you look at shit. Either you gonna look at it, either you gonna look at things like a victim, or you gonna look at it optimistically and realize that you've just been freed up to do something else and find something new for you to enjoy.
And let me say this on top of that, Miles. There's always somebody out there better for you.
Always.
You might not think that because initially, you heard, you feel a way about what's going on, but there's always, even if that person, for you men, even if that new person, they ass isn't as fat as the old chick, you know what I'm saying, or they shit ain't as tight or whatever, you know what I'm saying, but as far as just the type of woman she could be for you, there's always someone out there better. You just got to get out of your own way and stop being in your feelings, and it'll be out there for you. Now, when I show these clips, gentlemen, this is what I want to show you. I want to show you when you get into these relationships and you have this expectation of sexual exclusivity, but instead of giving a woman free will, okay, you obligate her to that shit. And I'm going to show you how you can get lost in a relationship and how you can lose yourself and not only not have an identity, but never even be able to cultivate one. So here we go.
What are you talking about? You embarrassing, cuz. You're embarrassing, cuz. You're embarrassing, cuz. You're embarrassing, cuz. I'm not holding hands, kicking cans. I'm motherfucking getting money and counting bands, cuz. You playing with me, cuz? Is you kidding me right now? Is you kidding me right now, bro? Is you kidding me right now, bro? Is you kidding me right now, bro?
Nigga, take your ass home, bro.
Bro,
Yucca.
if you go to the video on Instagram, there was mad dudes agreeing with him.
Nope.
And I'm like, what the fuck is y'all talking about? I'm like, this is an emotional ass dude. Number one, she ain't sweating you. She ain't stunting you. She out there. Now, I don't know if the dude sitting next to her was the main dude or the new dude, okay? But regardless, if you out in public and you see your girl sitting with another dude and they seem to be enjoying themselves, I wouldn't even approach her. That's just me. You know what I'm saying? Now, if y'all don't live together and y'all ain't got kids together, it's an easy situation to walk away from. Now, if y'all do happen to live together, then what you can go do, if Home Depot or Lowe's is still open, you can go right there and change the locks right quick and just let her know, hey, your shit will be here. I'm packing up for you. Be waiting by the door. But arguing with her and because how I looked at it was you compromise your dignity with that public spectacle. That's what you did, because it's not going to change the fact that she enjoyed gargling that nigga's nuts. Okay, that feeling she got when she was being power drove into the mattress ain't gonna change because you upset. I got something y'all want to add to it?
I'm mad he's saying his whole fucking name. Like he's saying his street name. He done fucked up. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Jay.
Nah. I'm gonna have to keep it 100. I'm gonna keep it banned here. I didn't drove through Suckerville before, and I didn't have my moments. So the feeling right there that he is expressing,
right?
And I say feeling, ain't a man's feeling, but it's that feeling of where he just got caught, and his woman is out there, and boom, he exposed that feeling. Now, good thing as I drove through, I didn't have that display. I never had that display. Never. I was more methodical, and I made my moves. And I think I said it a couple times on the show before. I ain't gonna repeat it for this one, but I made my moves from there, and I definitely did the man moves instead of emotional moves. But however, I understand that you got caught believing that this woman was nothing but true, or whatever you did, because you thought you had the prize and all this other stuff. And now she's out there. Now he's out there just and realize that's all torn down.
Yeah.
I never like any woman that will allow another man to call her dude or something like that, to me,
Bruh,
bruh, like, to me, that's not a relationship right there. If you can call your girl a bruh, then your relationship is going downhill in the first place. If she allows that. And then to sit there and the reason why he's going up, because she's going down, right? So he's like, oh, I mean, you out, and she's just like, yo, get away from me. You're disturbing this dinner. Now, inside, she could feel the way he's feeling inside, like, oh shit, I done fucked up. But she ain't gonna show the guy she's sitting next to, who potentially might be the next savior, right? Because that she's sweating this dude, and inside she might be sweating, like, yo, I done fucked up. Like, he done caught me out here, whatever. But at the same time, he's gonna go higher. And I don't know if y'all notice in relationships, sometimes you had that argument. Back in the day, started having an argument, and then I would go higher, and then she would go higher, and I go higher. No, you can't out crazy me in this relationship. I'm gonna go higher, and then we're going higher and higher until to the point we saying things we can't take back. That's why yo mama, and all sorts of stuff, and you're like, yo, the only reason why I went higher was because I had to show you. I had this ego thing in me, like, no, I'm the fucking boss. I'm the fucking man. What you mean? I'm supposed to speak. You supposed to cower, right? So he went in there, yo, you caught. She's supposed to be, and then she's supposed to jump up. Hold on, I don't know this cat. I just sat down, baby. But she didn't do that. She was just like, hey, you're embarrassing me, bro. Calm down.
Yeah, go away. I'm enjoying my evening with this guy. Like,
right, which is
Go.
stabbing him even deeper, right? Just stabbing him.
Exactly.
Hold on. What you mean? Just go away. Just like, you ain't worried about coming home. You ain't worried about doing any of this.
You're not worried about my feelings.
Yeah, your feelings. And so, unfortunately, I never forget. Me and my mom had a conversation. We had a conversation, and she said, "Son, that's not one way to live." I was like, "Mom, that's just how I feel now. Like that's it." I said, I believe half of what I see and none of what they say. And that's just how I go through life. There's this movie, and I'm sorry for being a little long-winded, and I will shut up after that, fellas. But there's this movie, Jackie Brown. I don't know if y'all remember seeing that movie, Jackie Brown.
I remember that.
That's a long-winded movie. Shit.
Yeah. I ain't gonna explain the whole movie. Okay. All right, Mouse. I ain't going there with the whole movie, but there's just a scene that spoke to this, right?
Yeah.
He got his boy out of prison. He picked his boy up out of jail, out of prison, took him to who he called his surfer girl house, right? And they were supposed to do a heist. And Samuel Jackson character said, hey, you're gonna be a part of the heist. She's gonna be a part of the heist. I got something for you guys to do. I gotta dip out. I gotta go handle some stuff.
Right.
Now, as soon as he dips, the surfer girl's like, yo, we should cut him out of it. We're doing a lot of the work. Let's cut Samuel Jackson out of it.
Right.
And the dude was like, huh. And then anyway, they wind up banking, right? The dude he got out of prison, Samuel Jackson picks him up. They go to a little bar, and the guy says, hey, man, I don't think you should trust her, because she wants to kind of cut you out of the heist. And he said something profound. I don't need to trust her because I know her. When you know.
Hold on. I'm going to need you to go back and say that again a little slower, though.
Right. So Samuel Jackson, he basically said, I don't need to trust her because I know her. Right. And basically he was saying that, look, I know me, I know her, and I know you. Just like when I left, you banged, right?
Exactly.
And he said, he kind of looked like, yeah. So that's how I kind of maneuvered life. When I start to get to know people and know humanity and know we're humans, we're all fallible. I don't care if you got the most innocent girl that you took from church and y'all was 13 when y'all met and y'all grew up together and lived a life. Human beings are fallible. Human beings make decisions for themselves, mistakes, whatever it is. So if you really believed at the bottom of your heart that she could not do anything, you're going to be sitting there very emotional, crying in front of a whole bunch of dudes and her while she says, hey, you're embarrassing me.
So this is what I will say. Now, real quick, shout out Raji F with the $9.99. Appreciate you, fam. Real quick, the call-in line is open 919-647-9392. 919-647-9392. If you got a question, put a Q in the chat. This is what I will say before I get to the next clip.
And real quick, too, Unique 79 with the 10 pounds. He says, salute to the fire panel. Thank you, K. Zagan and Steve, with my screenshots the other night. I listened to your advice, and the chicken I smashed, a receipt for the non-believers. Yeah, all right.
That's dope. Let's go. Thank you, Unique. Appreciate that. Soul Monkey with the 199. Keep up the great work, brothers. So here's the thing, right? And you're going to see some more clips. And the common theme is going to be this, that guys were shocked that their women cheated on them. So to your point, Jay Roman, when Samuel Jackson says, I don't got to trust her, I know her. A lot of guys are in relationships with women that you don't know.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know them. So any relationship that I've ever gotten in, I already knew every chick was capable of cheating. I already knew. Go ahead, Phil.
Yeah. And I'll say this too. Getting to know someone is giving them the free will to show them who you are.
You got to take off your mask, so they'll take off theirs.
Yeah, exactly. Always.
So my thing is,
I mean, you can do the clap for yourself. I thought that was profound the way you said it. You know, clap yourself, Mouse. Clap yourself.
No, my shit is fucked up.
But I just need guys to understand. A lot of you guys don't even know your woman. You don't know.
You don't.
Here's the thing. Okay, getting into a relationship is a calculated risk. Like I hear guys all the time complaining, women can't be loyal. They don't know how to be faithful. Bro, don't worry about what she doing. Just do you. And if she does something where it's a fireable offense, just fire her. See, the problem with a lot of guys, they want guarantees. You know, they want guarantees that if I get into a relationship, this is my forever love. We're going to be in love forever. You niggas better wake the fuck up.
My soulmate.
Yeah, you soul ties, soulmates, twin flames, all that goofy shit. Y'all better wake the fuck up. Let me just say this. None of you niggas are safe. Not a single one of y'all. Y'all not safe. Now, I'm not saying that if you got a relationship that your girl gonna cheat on you, but she's capable of it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that if you get into a relationship or a marriage later that your woman is going to cheat on you, but she's capable of it, not because she's a woman, because she's a human being. Exactly. like Jay Roman says, we're not infallible. Okay, everyone is imperfect. Let me tell this quick story real quick, and I told it before. I'm gonna tell it again because I need people to understand. I was at a church one time, right? Predominantly black church. You know, that was the pastor with his wife. They both was hitting us with sermons and shit. She was telling the story. She was telling the story of how they were on vacation in the Caribbean. I don't know if it was Jamaica, Bahamas. I don't recall where it was. And I guess she was on, and I told the story before, and I guess she was on, what do you call it? An excursion, right? And her husband wasn't there. But the tour guide that she was on the excursion with, she said she was sexually attracted to him. She admitted that in front of the whole congregation. She said she was tempted. You know what I'm saying? She said, I was tempted. And she said, I was gonna take it there. You know what I'm saying? But she said what made her not do it was her faith in God. She didn't say her faith in her husband. She didn't say because I love him, you know what I'm saying? Because I didn't want to hurt him, because I didn't want to betray him. She didn't mention him at all. She said because of my faith in God, you know what I'm saying, is why I didn't betray my Lord and Savior because of my vows, right? So when I say it's the requirement of sexual exclusivity consistent with love or possessiveness, you can say her willingness to be sexually exclusive had nothing to do with her loving her man, but the love of her Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. You know what I'm saying? In the covenant she took with her marriage vows. Okay, that you can say that's why she didn't step out on her man, not because of him. So a lot of times when women don't cheat on you guys, it has nothing to do with you, but everything to do with what they believe in. Now it could be something religious, something spiritual, or they can just believe in the relationship and they don't want to fuck it up. You know what I'm saying? It could be that too, right? So let me go ahead and get to the next clip.
Fucking Jerry! Did you fuck Jerry? Did you fuck Jerry? Fucking tell me, bitch! Did you fuck Jerry? Fuck! You're such a fucking slut! Oh my fucking god! Oh my god! I fucking knew that! You're such a fucking whore! Such a
So how does that help anybody? Can somebody tell me how that helped his behavior? How does that help anything or anyone?
I'm gonna tell you why his behavior is like that. I'll be the translator for Captain Suckerville. Yes, indeed. That was definitely his moment. She probably wasn't giving the information up, so he had to go to 10. You know, he had to scare her to get the real information up. That's probably how you got to 10. You know, just admit it. Okay, she didn't. I asked her quietly, "Hey, did you fuck Jerry?" No, I didn't. Did you fuck Jerry? You know, did you? You know, she had to go there. They in the car. He got the doors. He in the driver's side. He got the kids lock on. He had to take it to 10. You know, just for her to say, "Yeah, okay, yeah, I fucked Jerry. I gave him a piece."
Yo, I would only be mad because his name was Jerry. That's the only reason I'd be mad. You fucked the
nigga named Jerry, bitch.
It'd be different. He was like, Jerry ain't even cool. You Jerry the nerdy dude?
Jerry, wait, what the fuck?
The guy that does our taxes. The guy that does.
Oh my God.
Yeah, look, let me tell y'all something. And see, a lot of guys will say, oh, that's to be expected for guys to act like that. No. When all you guys who say my girl would never do that, or these goofy ass Facebook posts where guys say it's a flex to have a woman that no one else can't touch. For you dudes, when you dudes, this is how y'all act. You know what I'm saying? When y'all get cheated on, because y'all have this, y'all live life with rose-colored lenses on, right? You have delusions of grandeur where you believe just because you love a woman and she supposedly love you, that you niggas are safe. A lot of people think love or being in love is a safety net for the things that happen to other people. Oh, if I could just find someone to love me, then all the bullshit that happens to other people, I can somehow avoid all of that bullshit. I can avoid the heartache. I can avoid the disloyalty and the betrayal. No, you motherfuckers aren't safe. When you get into a relationship, it is a calculated risk, meaning there are pros and cons. Whenever you invite anybody into your life, I don't care if you're making new friends on YouTube, collaborating with people, making friends with people that you work with, whatever the fuck the case may be. Whenever you invite other people into your life, there's always the chance that those people can say and or do fucked up shit, okay, and bring shit to your life that disrupts your life in a way that you might feel emotional about. It is what it is. Okay, this is why, shout out to Miles with the masculine identity. This is why you get to know yourself. Okay, you fall in love with yourself. You have a sense of self-worth and self-value. So that way, if anyone comes into your life and they're not bringing the value, you don't let them in. Mm-hmm. And if they did have the value, but they're inconsistent with bringing the value, you show them the way to fuck out. You know what I'm saying? So even a woman cheating on you is the same thing. She's inconsistent with the value. Right. You know, you gotta let her go. So to me, well, this is what I never understood. And this is just how I think. This is why I say I'm the easiest person to break up with or divorce. Either way, I look at it the same way. It's the same way. To me, a divorce is a legal breakup. It's an inconvenience. That's what it really is to me personally, right? So I'm not going to be, well, if it's a divorce, I'm going to be way more sad than if it was a girlfriend, boyfriend. No, it's the same shit to me, right? So if the relationship is ending and some ill shit happened, I don't look at what happened a year ago, 5 years ago when shit was all good. Okay, I don't give a fuck about that. Okay, I'm looking at right now, at the present moment in time, she did some ill shit. So for me, it's easy. All right, you tripping? You want some disrespectful shit? All right, bye. That's how I take it. For me, it's literally what have you done lately? Fuck how it used to be. Okay, I am not right now. If you fuck with me, I am not a sentimental nigga. I'm not. No, I'm saying not at all. No, I'm saying not at all. Now, don't get me wrong. I have the capacity to love a woman. I prefer the word adore, which is respect and love. I have the capacity to do that. But once the thrill is gone, you gone. Like Miles said, I always say, enjoy a woman until it's no longer enjoyable for you or the both of y'all, and then you let her the fuck go.
Did you fuck Jerry?
Did you fuck Jerry?
What's up, Justin?
Did you fuck?
What's going on? What's going on?
Mr. Justin looked like he's getting ready for, I just saw that movie, The Killer, in theaters the other day. He looked like he getting ready for his next hit. He about to.
All right. Okay, hold on.
He got the black sweatsuit on. He about to put the silencer on the rifle and shit.
No. I was just playing ball with my son.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he killed me.
Did you win?
No.
Yeah, I'm getting to that point too.
He's good. He is good.
Okay, so Justin, right now we're talking about, before I get to the next clip, I definitely want you to chime in on it. Right now we're talking about, is the requirement of sexual exclusivity consistent with love or possessiveness?
The requirement of sexual, so you're saying like if someone is feeling love or possessiveness, then they should have exclusivity.
Yeah, like if they want it to be sexually exclusive, what are they motivated by? Is it by love or the need to possess somebody?
Oh, yeah, that's a good question, man. Like, because a lot of times what people think is love isn't really love. And I'm in Locario's boat where you really can't love a woman until you don't really want her. You know, like until you don't really have this need to have her, then you can actually love her. It's those guys who are trying to hold on to women really tight. It's like grasping water, you know, and the harder you grab it, the more it squirts out from your fingers. So, but it's weird because it's like the game is full of so many ironies like that, where it's like when you don't want them, you have them. When you don't want to control them, they want to be controlled. When you don't care about loving them, they love you. If you don't want anything from them, they give you their entire being. It's crazy shit like that.
Real shit.
No, so let's get into this next clip then. Without no further ado.
I mean, what's so crazy? You described the relationships of side chicks, and it's just, you know, maybe.
But that's
for guys to really understand it. You know, like, hey, a lot of guys, you know,
you would have to have
these side chicks, right?
To really understand that dynamic.
If she left, you're like, you know, it hurts.
So then maybe the wisdom is treat
you know,
all your women like the side chick.
There you go. There you go. There you go.
Buddies in the beginning. This is why I say that.
Who am I most in love with? It might sound crazy. It might sound crazy, but guess who my main bitch is? Me.
No doubt.
Every chick is a side chick. What are you talking about?
That's why, you know what, Miles? That's why if a chick leave me and she feel like she taking her love, no, love is still here. What you talking about?
Man, listen.
I still love myself. I'm good.
This probably the only time you're gonna ever hear me call myself a bitch. But I am my main bitch. You understand me? Every other chick is every chick that I fuck with is a side. Every last one of them. My mother included, all of them. Because I don't love nobody more than I love myself. And I think that's the thing. That's what I was saying earlier with most people in relationships and love and shit. It's like they use relationships and love as a coping mechanism to deal with the world. And that is weakness. That is fucking weakness. That's what a lot of these guys, they say, hey, you know, I'm just looking for somebody to be there for me on my bad days and rub my back and shut the fuck up, you bitch ass. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Like, I want my woman to rub my back on my best day. You get what I'm saying? If that's what she want to do. I want special treatment on my happiest day. I'm not looking for you to I'm not looking to go to my woman to even out the bullshit of the world. So because that's a cope. That is a fucking cope. And that's the fucked up part of so many relationships, so many marriages. That's why they're not working correctly. Because so many people, my wife and my husband and my girl and my soulmate and my this and my that.
You know what it is now? No bad. Go ahead. You got it.
And they look towards them because they want to shy away from the bullshit of the world. But you got it, Kay.
You know what it is? I was thinking about this before the show started. They are looking for a therapist to fall in love with. That's what they're looking for. They are looking for a therapist to fall in love with. There's a saying, attachment is not love. Where there is attachment, there is exploitation. I need guys, let me say that shit again. Where there is attachment, there is exploitation. So let me break this shit down a little further. Okay, exploitation, the act of using someone unfairly for your own advantage, right? Now, if you think about people with low self-esteem, insecurities, lack of confidence, codependency issues, AKA loneliness. So a lot of people are really looking for people to cure their loneliness or their fucking boredom.
Right.
That's what they're really looking for. So to get into these relationships where they have these unrealistic expectations of people, and then they make people obligated to heal them. So that's what's really going on. Again, you heard it here first. People are looking for a therapist to fall in love with. Okay, and that's the fucking problem. Okay, let me go ahead and play this other clip. This is terrible.
Get out my car with all that. Get out my car. Niggas, bro. Get out my car with all that. I swear to God, bro. Please, bro. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Get out my car with all that. Why the fuck is you doing all that?
You're watching Key Talk Media.
What the fuck is you crying for? I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. I'm done, bro.
Y'all see what he doing? I bet you when his mother passes away, his father passes away, his siblings pass away, he will never cry that hard for them. I bet you he won't. I bet you he won't. Y'all got it. I'm
sorry, bro.
That was fucking pathetic.
But
really, if you listen to it, they both did. Oh. She cheated on him after she caught him cheating on her. Right. And the way that he was crying, it was like you were listening to a child. I mean, you know, some of us, we got children. Miles, you don't got any kids.
No.
That we know of.
Right.
We like, you know, we got, you know, the other fellas, we got children, and we know what that sounds like. It almost sounded exactly like a kid who realized that he had no other way to go. Like when you bust them in a lie and they did something stupid or broke something or fucked it up, and they know that they got nowhere to go. They're in a corner. The only thing they got left is tears. Right. And it sounded exactly like an adolescent who just got caught with their hand in the cookie jar.
Right.
Did he say bro? Did he say bro? Did he call her bro? I'm telling you, man, that if you can call your woman bruh, that relationship ain't going nowhere.
Yo, that is a recurring theme with all these little weak ass dudes, bro. They call their girls bruh or dude or some, like they refer to them as men. And that's what I'm trying to say. Like, I know when a man thinks he's equal to a fucking woman. You understand? And that's the problem with a lot of these dudes. They don't. That's why they talk about partnership. And again, that's why they talk about this pair bonding shit.
Don't get me started on that.
They talk about this pair bonding shit. We are not a pair. We're not a pair. You know what a pair is? Two dudes walking down the street or two women walking down the street. That's a pair. We're not a pair. A man and a woman is not a pair. I mean, maybe you could call them a pair of humans, but we're not a pair because we're not exactly the same. You understand? The reason why it's a pair of shoes is because both shoes look exactly the same. A pair of twins, they look exactly the same. You understand? A man and a woman is not a pair. A man and a woman is a system, if anything. Do you understand? That's how I look at it. So the thing I'm trying to say is that a lot of these dudes, the reason why they get so emotional is because they're engaged to the feminine. They haven't had enough male influence in their life. They really don't know what the masculine is. So many of them have been raised. Shout out to you, Justin. You came on the fucking show talking about, yo, I was just playing basketball with my son. There's a lot of dudes out there that don't even know their goddamn father, much less could spend time with their pops. You understand? Because check this out. A man that's playing basketball with his son, guess what? Pop's probably going to foul the shit out of his son. Or if his son trip and fall, he's going to be like, get your ass up. Mm-hmm. You understand? But if the mom is standing there, oh, honey, are you okay? Is everything good? And it's those little fucking things that cause so many young men these days to fall into that paradigm or that mindset where it's like, wow, something bad happened to me, so therefore I need to take time to express my emotions around it. Not necessarily. Not necessarily, bro. If you know the truth behind the situation, it's time for you to move on. You walking through the mall and you see what's supposed to be your main chick with some other nigga. Act like you don't even see that bitch.
That's what I'm saying.
And then head to Foot Locker and buy the sneakers that you came to buy. Buy your fucking sneakers and then go take your ass on to what the hell you was doing. But niggas gonna be like, yo, Miles, so you telling me if you see your girl in the street? Let me tell you something. Me and my girl have had conversations on the protocol if we see each other out and about with other people. Do you understand what I'm telling you? We've had that conversation. Like, let's be cordial, let's say hi, and let's keep it the fuck moving. No embarrassment, no bullshit, no nonsense. What are you talking about? No, Miles, I don't believe that, bro. Blah, blah. Believe what the fuck you want to believe, bitch ass nigga. You emotional punk ass coping. You're a cope.
So, you know, I find this interesting, right, Miles, because dudes are listening right now and they saw those clips and they saw our response to those dudes acting less than men, because trust and believe, none of them are men. They're grown adult males. That's what the fuck they are. Then they're gonna say, well, man, that's bullshit. If you was in that position, you would do the same thing. Really? So let's play this clip.
Is that Janelle? And Jason?
What's up, boss?
Hey, bro, how you doing, man?
All right, boss. What's happening?
All right, so you with my wife?
What's up, boss?
That's my wife right there.
Okay, well.
All right, that's my wife. All right, I don't know what you're digging for, but that's my wife right there. And I want a divorce, okay? Will you give me a divorce? Will you give me a divorce, please? Please, give me a divorce. I don't want to deal with this anymore. Okay? I'll turn the camera off. All right? Here's the key. I'm done. All right? I'm done. I'm done with you. Okay? I love my daughter. That's the only thing that's important to me, okay? I have no beef between me and you anymore. And Jason, I know you're a good man. It's all good, man. This is not going to be seen by anybody except the judge. All right? So you ain't got to worry about nothing. All right? I'm sorry for disturbing you. Have a nice day.
You're a good man. I'm sorry for disturbing you.
Let me say this. I know y'all looking at the bit. Let me just say this real quick. I like the fact that he wasn't all emotional and what the fuck are you doing? Oh, hell no. I'm glad he wasn't like that. Now, when he said this is not going to be seen by anyone else but the judge, we determined that was a lie. Now, here's the thing, right? I don't like dudes recording shit and uploading that shit to the internet. I got a problem with it. Now, here's my only disclaimer. If you are married and you are recording something because you're going to use it in court, and the only people who see it is the judge, I don't have no problem with that. But once you upload it to the internet for public consumption, I have no respect for guys who do that type of shit. Y'all got it.
You're on mute, Justin.
My bad. That only applies in states where infidelity is a cause for divorce. Not all states have that. So if you're going to record that shit, make sure it's even valid evidence.
Right. Real shit.
Well, I don't mind you recording just in case anything happens as far as physical, right?
Yeah.
So, you're recording and say, hey, I didn't, that dude jumped out and attacked me, but besides that, like you said, Miles, I hate that, not hate, but I like the fact that the emotions was out of it, but it seemed like he was beat down though. So it seemed like there was moments he did have the emotions in it. Yeah. And this was like something she continued to do. Like whenever you walk in and know the person's name, this ain't the first time.
What was the guy's name? Steve?
Jason. He said, hey, Jason. Like he already knew.
Jason, you're with my wife. Okay. All right.
That's, he might have been surprised it was Luke back there too or something. Like, I don't know. But, had it real romantic in there. Lights out, candlelights going, music playing.
Bro,
that just really romantic. And he's like, will you grant me the divorce? It's almost like he's been wanting this divorce for a while and she just won't sign it. So he had to get some proof here. But to me, if that person was really coming home, like he dropped the key there, he made it really dramatic, right? Like I'm just a simple-minded man, and here we go, and things like that. So I mean, way to handle it, way to get out. But at the same time, it seems like this ain't the first time Jason been over your house, and you knew it. So why are we even at this point
But real quick, he said, I'm tired of going through this with you. So obviously, like you said, there's
so after the first time, it was like, hey,
let me tell you something. You know what I saw? You know what I saw that was telling? I saw low lights, I saw candles, and I heard Ron Isley in the background.
Yeah.
That's what I heard. and I'm looking at that shit, and I'm listening to the guy talking. I'm listening to his voice, and I'm like, you don't even have enough sensitivity to put that together. You understand what I'm saying? And that's the reason why she's cheating on you. Because, and I'm not saying this to excuse what she's doing and all of that shit, because that shit is disrespectful in the crib and all of that. But but there's something you have to understand about consistency and maintenance, bro. You understand? There's something that you have to understand about consistency and maintenance. He may have done something close to that during the beginning to attract that woman. But I bet you he hasn't done that in years. He hasn't turned on, he hadn't lit I got a candle going in the back right now, nigga. He hasn't fucking turned on some Ronald Isley. He hasn't lowered the lights and put a candle on and bought some wine. He hasn't done any of that. He hasn't told his woman, when you come home, I want, as soon as you get home, take a bath. You understand? I want you to get, and I bet you he don't even got a nickname for her pussy, right? Go home. As soon as you get home, take a bath. I want you to put on that pink thing in the back of the closet. You know which one. You understand? Because when I get home, it's on. Okay? I want you to get the wine glasses out because I'm bringing home a bottle of something and this, that, and he hasn't spoke to his girl like that or his wife like that. I can almost guarantee. I can almost put my fucking life on it that's the fucking case. Because you walk in there and you see that shit going on. And the first thing he's saying to himself is, damn, I haven't done this. I haven't done this in a while. And that's why my bitch don't like me no more.
And I bet you anything prior to that situation, either he's been complaining to her or complaining to himself or to his boys or all three that she's not sexually interested in him. Or she's gone cold, or she's not horny anymore, or anything like that. No, clearly doesn't have a problem. So I think that guys, I say this all the time. I say it on all of my streams. I say it on Clubhouse. Everywhere. Women are responsive creatures. They will respond to the man that she is with. And if she's with you and she's behaving in a certain way that you find unattractive, or she's not being drawn into you, she's repulsed by you, she's like, I don't got time for this, or whatever, it's in response to you. It's not her, because the next day or later that day, it could be with somebody else and have a completely 180-degree demeanor.
Real shit.
And just understand, like, you gotta, to really get this, you got to look beyond your own nose. Like, you got to understand, like, women react to the man that they're with. And you can see this when it's like, if you've gone out with a girl, like I've been out with my lady in various environments, and like the place that I've chosen, it'll be like too chaotic or something like that. Like, she's a really sensitive person. And we'll have to like go find like a seat in the back where it's quieter and she can relax, because she's way too sensitive to this sort of stuff. And like, a lot of women are like this. They're sensitive to the people, the environment, a song. Like, they can watch a movie and be completely drawn into that movie emotionally. And you're like, what the fuck? Like, she's like crying like a child watching this movie. I'm like, what the hell's going on here? And like, so many women are like this. So just take that into account, that who you are, how you show up, how you think, how you behave, how you speak, it will affect her. And if you keep it up in a certain way for too long, she's just going to drift away.
Hey, all you got to do is turn on that la da 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 da, and yo.
Miles, let me say this, Miles, because you said something that I've always done. You said he ain't even got a nickname for the pussy. Yo, man, you got to talk to your girl like, yo, tell Juicy I'm gonna kiss her when I see her. You know what I'm saying? Tell Juicy I'm gonna kiss her when I see her. You know what I'm saying? She know who the fuck Juicy is. You know what I'm saying? But here's the thing, right? Because I've said that when it comes to relationships, either you chose the wrong woman from the very beginning, and that's why your shit is fucked up, or you chose the right woman, but your inconsistencies fucked it up. So Let's talk about sex. Okay, either you chose a woman who was never sexually attracted to you and you guys never had sexual chemistry, Okay, or she was sexually attracted to you. There was sexual chemistry, but she lost attraction for you sexually. Shout out Justin Miles, because of your inconsistencies, because of the things you used to do that you no longer do. This is what guys see. A lot of people don't understand that a lot of cheating that goes on because the person is no longer sexually attracted to you, but they still want sex. Let me say this again. What people don't understand is a lot of people lose sexual attraction for their significant other, but they still want sex. So what guys have to understand is, even if you get into a relationship with a woman who is a very loving woman, she cares for you and all that other type of shit, okay, there's still going to be other men that she think is sexy. It doesn't mean she's going to fuck them. Now, if she loses sexual attraction for you, that's going to increase the odds that now she's going to fuck them, right? So guys have to understand that. So to Miles' point, a lot of dudes get into relationships and then y'all put on the cruise control. It don't work like that. And here's the thing about relationships, and women need to understand this too. Whatever you did to get the title,
yes,
you have to continue to do and then some
to keep
the title.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? You have to. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like Sinful the Pizza says, you got to do what's battle to the title. A lot of people, you think because you got that title of girlfriend, fiance, wife, husband, boyfriend, or whatever the fuck, you think because you got that title, maybe y'all done had a kid together, y'all living together, you think everything is copacetic. You think you're safe now, and you're nice, and you're complacent, and you're comfortable. But now what's going to happen is what you used to do that made that person want to be with you in that capacity, you're no longer doing, or at the bare minimum, you're inconsistent. So that's going to change the dynamics of that attraction for you. So when people say, oh, you should fight for your relationship, if you got to fight for a relationship, it's already over.
It's all, man, listen.
I got it.
Man, listen.
Real. What's so funny in that video, nobody jumped.
Nobody? Oh, that was a whole nother thing. They're not scared of him.
Right? She didn't jump. He didn't jump, you know.
Nah, she could give a fuck about being caught.
Yeah, it was just like,
she told that motherfucker to turn off the lights.
You know, and then my man said, "I'm sorry for disturbing y'all," which to me, not like, hey,
God,
that's just way too far now. I could see in relationships or marriages, it's been on for years and for years and for years, and like you said, Zach, if you're at this point, things are already fucked up. To me, if you got to, I always say that a lot of things is the gentleman's fault, the man's fault, right? Because of the inconsistency and things like that. But when you say that, that doesn't mean you just get stepped on the whole time, right? You can say, because a lot of guys are going to be like, well, it's my fault, so I'm going to let her continue to do that until I find a way to, you know, I don't know what's going on. Let me try this and let me try that and let me try. Like, at some point, you have to say, I have to rebuild myself and then go to the next to rebuild, to go from there. Because if the person is not listening, period, to your lead in any shape or form, then you already know that you cannot rebuild in that one. There has to be the listening component that's there. So, you know, just for guys that realize, that get awoken in their heads and say, you know what, I'm starting to see that, yeah, that's my inconsistency. I'm starting to see that, yeah, that's where I went wrong. You know, I'm starting to see that this is, you know, I contribute 89% to this, 90, 98%, 95%, whatever you say in your head, and you want things to fix. Well, there has to be a component where the other party has to see and listen. That's why I say, if you're in a relationship and you start to change yourself, don't ever tell the person you're changing. Don't ever tell the person you're improving yourself. They should see it.
Yes.
They should see the, like, man, he used to be inconsistent, but he's really starting to be a consistent person. And man, he used to didn't do this, but I'm starting to see him improving in doing this. That should spark a little more interest, that now when I say something, you listen to it, you move. That's when you can see that, okay, hey, there might be a way to correct that. But if that's not there, I'm sorry, gentlemen. Yes, it still could be your fault. All could be true, but you might need to rebuild and move on.
I want to say something real quick, and it has something to do with what Mr. Justin was talking about earlier about the sensitivities of women, and it would do men good to understand the sensitivities of women. And guys, surprisingly we haven't had a call yet. Please don't be trying to call in at the last fucking minute, man. Call-in number is 919-647-9392, 919-647-9392. Please call in. But I just want to say this. And I, that we have these phrases, these like banal phrases and cliched phrases like happy wife, happy life and all that type of shit. Now, do you guys know of this phrase where you might hear a woman say, I shouldn't have to tell you, you should just know?
Yeah, I heard that.
Okay, I want to make a point to that within this conversation, right? What men miss in that entire situation, and it has everything to do with men playing the victim to the big bad monster, which is the emotional woman, right? What guys have to understand is how powerful they are. When a woman says, I shouldn't have to tell you, you should just know. It's not that most guys is like, what do you want me to do? Be a mind reader? What are you talking about? God, you're so crazy. Women are so emotional and crazy. No, when a woman says, I shouldn't have to tell you, you should just know, what she's talking about is leadership. That's what she's talking about. She's letting you know that you need to be the type of man that can tell me what the fuck to do. That's what she's saying. So when she says, I shouldn't have to tell you, you should just know, what it means is she's looking for a man to basically be able to make decisions. Okay? Like, so when the guys are getting into arguments about where we're going to dinner tonight, that is the dumbest fucking shit in the world. Tell your woman to get dressed. We're going to dinner. And then you go to the place that you're going to. And that's it. So the woman doesn't have to say, well, I shouldn't have to tell you. You should just know. No, because I'm a leader, I understand myself and I understand my woman. Therefore, I'm going to take us to a place that I know you will appreciate. Why? Because I appreciate it. That's where it looks like mind reading, but it's not mind reading. Bro, I can't tell you how many times I've been in situations, right, where I've literally, like I'll be at dinner or we'll be at the bar or anywhere, and she'll say, I don't know what to order or I don't know what to get. And I'll be like, all right, cool, don't worry about it. And then when the waiter comes or the server or the cashier comes, I tell them what I tell them. And then when they receive whatever it is I ordered for them and they taste it, either instantaneously or later on that evening, you know what I always hear? Wow, I really enjoyed that thing that you ordered from me. It's like you knew exactly what I wanted. It's like you understood exactly the taste that I was going for this evening. And I enjoyed it and I loved it. And that's why blah, blah, blah. And all of this shit. Did I read her mind? No. I just understand who the fuck I am. And because I understand who the fuck I am, I understand who she's attracted to. So whatever I say is going to be the thing that she loves. Why? Because she loves me.
Let me say this, Miles. And this is what a lot of guys don't understand. Women really don't want to be making decisions when it comes to their dating life. They don't. No. They do not. Especially women who are career women, entrepreneur type women. When they're out there, working or tending to their business, they make enough decisions as is. Facts. So when they come home in their personal life, they do not want to have to lead, make decisions. They want to chill and kick their feet up. And you as the man, you make the decisions. Just tell her where she got to be, what you want her to wear, and what time. And if a woman is fucking with you, trust and believe she's like, thank God for you because I can literally relax, let my hair down. I don't got to worry about shit. It's when women are dealing with dudes who are indecisive. Mm-hmm. Okay, you don't know what the fuck is going on. You have no plan for yourself, let alone for the woman, right? You don't know how to take charge of the situation and actually lead the woman in the direction that both of you ultimately want the situation to go in. That's why when you dudes, there was a viral video of a guy. He was asking a woman where did she want to go out to eat? What did she want to do for a date? And people and women they was dragging his ass. And he was
good
like,
for her.
Yeah, and he was like, he's like, I'm just being thoughtful. And I'm like, nah, bruh. Don't worry about, if you want, look, gentlemen.
No, you're being thoughtless.
Exactly. There you go. If you really want to be thoughtful, you plan the shit out, let the woman know. See, being thoughtful in that situation is, I don't want her to have to worry about nothing. I want her to go ahead, get dolled up, look pretty and cute and sexy. I got everything else. I want her to be relaxed.
Right.
I'm going to tell you right now, try to have sex with a woman who's not relaxed. See how that turned out for you.
Hey, when the muscles relax, the juices flow. Do you understand what I'm saying to you?
Yeah, and that starts with the muscle up here.
Exactly. Exactly.
And to what you were talking about, Miles, like with the going places and knowing your woman and allowing her to relax and all that stuff, it really comes back to how she's feeling off of you. And what you're doing, where you go and all that stuff. It can be objectively not a very good place, but because she's with you and likes you and is all about you, then it completely changes that. And I had that experience not too long ago. I wanted to go shoot pool, so I just looked up some spots that was near my girl's place, and I was like, all right, we're gonna go here. We went in this place. It was like just a regular pool hall, but they had a little bar, and this place was awful. I mean, it was like near Coney Island, so it kind of had that like weird Coney Island like grossness that Coney Island has.
Sticky floors and grease and shit. Yeah,
just the people. They're just like Coney Island people are mad weird. They're like this other breed of New Yorker.
Yeah.
But anyways, so we go in there and the place is just not nice, and we order a couple of drinks, cocktails that we usually get. Like I usually drink a Negroni. She's all about margaritas, so we order these, and they're the worst cocktails we've ever had in our life. Okay. We shot pool. We then shot some darts. And by the end of the evening, she was having the time of her life. It had nothing to do with the environment. It was because she was with me. It was like, it became funny that the cocktails were so bad. I mean, we still drank them. They were way too strong, way too sweet. And but we had a great time because she was with me, and I wasn't getting all like, oh man, I did a bad job, she doesn't like this place. Like I was fine.
Yo, guys, hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. And Mr. Justin, see that whole thing about keeping your cool and your composure, and because a woman is always following your lead. So as long as you're looking at the bright side and enjoying yourself, your woman will enjoy herself. That's a fact. So let's get to anonymous. Name.
Real quick. Yeah. Let me say something real quick. My bad, caller. To your point, to what Justin was saying. Now, what a lot of guys would have did. Oh, you don't like this place? Well, look, let me go find another place. Let's leave. And you like,
or just started complaining about it.
Oh,
this
place is terrible.
I like to make jokes about stuff, just to see how bad the place is.
Like just
whenever they blow into the cup and wipe it, this is not a clean place, right? So
you might as well spit in the bitch, like
right. You just make a jokes about it, and you enjoy, joke about the people that's coming. You have a good time, and like you said, it's the company really that makes the difference.
Facts,
and that's why When Zag said women don't want to make the decision, and instantly I thought of, because they've made horrible decisions, right? Because we could talk about all the lame people they have been involved with, and they just lucked up with you.
Facts.
Said because they said, I like this guy. We're gonna go out, just like they said the 10 times before, these lamos,
right?
And then they went out with you and was like, man, this dude is different. Like this guy is. Like, okay, and they stick with that. Well, they lucked up with you, and they don't want to make any more decisions. Like I'm good. I made a good decision by picking this guy, and we're gonna go from there. But it's all about who you with. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy where you're at, and they'll follow. Because if you start complaining too much on a real complaint tip, like Justin was saying, and then she's complaining too. Oh, this is horrible. This is horrible. This is horrible. Well, how was your time, girl? I had a horrible time. Go ahead, Miles.
Yeah. Anonymous. Name, age, city. You're on live with the Manhood is a Skills show. We got Jay Roman, Kay Zaggin, Mr. Justin, and Miles. So what's going on with you?
She wants to eat after foreplay.
Oh, come on. Hey, all right.
Compliment.
All right. Say that one more time.
If she wants to eat food after foreplay, like pizza or Chinese food, is that a backhanded, disparaging compliment? A backhanded compliment?
So
And then
so
she
wait,
needs to give me back my
hold on.
What's up, Miles? What's up, Kazak?
What's up, man? Let's get you.
Your boy, dude, Lifeblood, and that's I think she's been not indelible, Kazak.
Yeah, like
she has my. And have you heard the new Redman freestyles? Where
bro.
Stay focused.
He all over the place.
Yo, let me know if y'all want to keep him because
nah, man, just go ahead and cut because
Well,
honestly, I feel
we
like
can answer his question offline or off the phone.
Caller, how many questions do you want us to answer? You want us to answer the red man question, or if the girl wants to have food after foreplay? Which one?
The foreplay one. Maybe I should formulate it more accurate. Before sex, she wants to eat, and then by the time she's done pigging out, this is 11:30 p.m. She's tired. In the morning, she wants to have sex. I'm tired in the morning.
Okay, but see, who's the leader of your relationship, sir?
Well, it's not a relationship. It's like a once every 3.5.
No, sir. Listen, whenever a woman is in your presence, just you and that woman, regardless of the dynamics, who is the leader of the situation?
I think the dean would say me, but
no.
Are you the dean?
I'm asking you, brother. If you are alone with a woman, who is the leader of the situation?
Yeah, you specifically.
I should be me. I need to be
you.
The
Okay, all right. Based on your answer, you've already exposed yourself. You said I should be, so therefore you're not. So that means you know the truth. That means
bro, are you being serious here?
You're not
a serious call.
Yeah, I am being serious. And I'm
okay, well then calm down for a minute. Just chill out for a second. All right, chill out for a second. Because I feel like we have a great discussion. Didn't get a lot of callers because I feel like people were listening and enjoying the conversation.
Right.
So you're a caller. We're going to respect that. Ask one question. Let's get the answer and then go from there. I'm trying to follow you, but you're all over the map right now.
Freestyle where he jacks people's beats. You guys got to check that out, dude. It's fucking. He jacked Nas.
This guy,
man. This ain't serious.
All right, guys, call in, guys. 919-647-9392.
My bad, fellas. I just couldn't take it anymore.
That's fine. I was going to ask him a question to answer it so he could answer it for himself. And I ask this of all guys that I work with. I just say, what do you want? Be very descriptive, like extremely descriptive of what it is that you want. And you have to have this sort of play in your mind all the time. It's having a visualization of, and there's a lot of studies around visualization. You should look into it, where there's doing like free throw studies where they took like a group of guys and another group of guys and they did free throws, but one group did visualization beforehand, like for a half an hour, and their free throws were like way higher than the guys who didn't, and they all had like the same amount of ability.
Excuse.
So when you're in a situation, like, never deal with a woman by the seat of your pants ever. You should be having a visualization and a plan of generally how you want things to go. Obviously, because there's another human involved, it's going to take little variances here and there, but your idea is what is important. And if you thought about having food after foreplay, then you eat. If you didn't think about having food after foreplay, and you're thinking about it after sex, then that's what you do. But you have to know exactly what you want and what it's going to look like. And then that's how you proceed. Like if she wants to eat, say, baby, we're going to eat afterwards. And that's it.
Okay. Cool. And let me say this real quick. CT with the $199. Appreciate you. Yeah. We got 100% me with the $4.99. To your point, Justin, with the visualization. When I played football, we used to do that. The offensive players would go in one room. Defensive players will go in the opposite room, and there was no talking. Okay, you can lay on the floor, you can sit, you can do whatever you want, no fucking talking. And you would just sit there. It was dark, but it wasn't pitch black. It was like, because it was during the daytime. So, but the lights was off, and we would just sit there quiet, and you just visualize your job and what you was gonna do. And the coach would be like,
Hold on. Go finish up, Kazak.
No, and I also want to say I do the same thing, Justin. Whenever I do consultations, first thing I ask them, what do you want?
Facts.
And then any advice I give them is centered around what they tell me.
Right. All right. So we got 614. You're on live with the Manhood is a Skill Set Show. We got Mr. Justin, J. Roman, Miles, and K. Zag. Name, age, city. How can we help you?
JP from Ohio, 24.
All right. What's on your mind, bro? Go ahead.
So, fellas, I have a completely different question. So, so I'm Muslim, right?
Okay.
And in our culture, we get married.
Okay.
So we get married right away. And obviously, one of the prerequisites, a woman has to be a virgin.
Okay.
That's one of the rules that has to be, right? And I know you guys talk a lot about vetting process, and it takes a year and a half. But obviously, in our culture, women, the true religious woman, that's what I'm looking for, she's not allowed to go out with a man, right? So, like, she can't go out on a date. The only time I can see her is if with her parents, right? Or I get to know her through the phone, like by calling her, And I don't got time to, be calling her for hours, try to figure out who she is and, what is she's about and all that. So, I mean, what are some ways you guys recommend? How can I vet her and see what she's about? And obviously not spending that much time with her before getting married, obviously.
Okay, caller, I got you. So here's the thing. And all credit to Miles and Lucario. They talk about the vetting process. Does anybody else talk about it? They, what I'm saying? Proper credit attribution. So when Miles and Lucario and Miles, you please, I don't want to speak for y'all, but when they talk about that, it's best practices, right? Because the reality of it is most guys don't have enough game to deal with women for a shorter time than that. Like, because there are people that get into relationships after 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months or 7 months, whatever it is. And most of the time it don't work, but sometimes it does, right? But a lot of times when it works, it's just they got lucky. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't because they just gamed the fuck up. They just got lucky, right? Now, but a lot of times when we say take your time with women, you're policing yourself. Okay, you making sure you don't make a mistake. Like, caller, an example would be I can meet a woman, and after about a month or two, I can see that she has attributes and the potential to possibly be a girlfriend, but I have to police myself and do my due diligence, right? And make sure that I put her through the paces so I can see how consistent she can be with what I'm seeing. Am I seeing the real deal, or am I seeing what she want me to see so I can choose her quicker, right? So in your case, you're waging an internal battle between what you really want versus what your culture or your traditions say you should do, right? So you have to find that happy median. Go ahead. Oh, okay. You have to find that.
I'm listening, Zach.
Okay, you have to find that happy median where you can say, all right, I want to honor my traditions. I want to honor my heritage. I want to honor my culture. I want to honor those things. But at the same time, I want to honor myself too. And I don't want to compromise myself, at the behest of my traditions or my culture or my heritage, right? So you have to find that happy median and figure out how can you still be you, right? How can you still be an independent thinker and a free will thinker and still do you, but also stay true to your upbringing? Y'all got it.
I just got a few questions for you. Is it where your parents picked this woman?
I mean, the parents can recommend, right? They can recommend, but if I see, a Muslim girl, maybe, in the school or at a mosque, or I run into her somewhere, I can, maybe get her number and talk to her for a little bit, and then she will say, hey, you have to go through my parents if you want to keep talking to me or take me serious, you know what I mean? So it could be either or your mom can find you somebody. She can recommend somebody, right? But she can't force you to pick somebody up,
Okay, so for just me in this situation, are you and your pops really cool? And you and your mom, a solid relationship? So to me, you would lean on them too, since they're part of this process. If they weren't part of this process, then that'll be something different. But since they are part of this process, I would be very honest with, you know, your father about what you're looking for, what you want. And then since the parents have to get involved, that's something he too can look at and ask the questions, or, you know, your moms and stuff like that to help you with that. But it seems like to me though, besides that,
one of the vetting process that we have, in our culture is our parents will go ask the friends of that family of the girl. So they will ask about her history, how his family is she, you know, a good person. But like Zagan said, you know, the woman can put on a front, or she can act, and, you know, she can sweet talk you, and until she get married, and then you can see the true colors. You know what I mean?
okay. But then at this point, it's kind of like you're making your own problem, because you're saying you're trying to do things quickly, but if it's in your control on when you say, hey, yeah, I'm talking to you seriously, but, you know, it's going to be some time because I really got to get to know you. You're saying, well, I want to do it quickly. So you're creating the problem that you're trying to find the solution to, because you're saying, I want to do it quickly.
No, it's not necessarily quickly, but it's just the process. Is since you're not going through different situations with her, because you're not seeing, there's no one-on-one, one-on-one meetup all the time, so you can't see her in different situations and how she acts.
I got you, man. Yeah, Kohler, it sounds like you've got just there's barriers in your culture. There's barriers in your culture about how these things move forward. Now, you don't have barriers on everything, which means you have open windows where there's communication. So what you can text with these ladies. You can't go out, so that's fine. You can't have one-on-one. That's fine. Okay, that's just the way the culture is. Understandable. Yeah. But you can talk, you can text, you can video, you can voice message. So what needs to happen is you need to work on your mouthpiece. You really need to work on your mouthpiece, because all men need to work on the mouthpiece. But in this situation, that's the only tool that you can use at this time. So you need to work on your mouthpiece, because that will change things from, okay, everybody's just kind of logistically doing all these things that we do when we get together for marriage, to that still existing. But underneath all that is this woman now who really, really wants to spend time with you. There's a difference between someone who's just going with the flow and a woman who can't resist talking to you again. She can't resist getting turned on by you. That, you know, when she hears your voice, it's creating certain images in her mind, that it's bringing her to certain places of arousal and excitement. She can't wait to see you in person, whether it's being chaperoned by your parents or not. Okay. So the idea is that you don't want her. You want to make it so that she wants you. And this comes down to having a very strong mouthpiece. So you got to work on that aspect of your game, because with all these physical limitations due to culture and religion, that's all you got at this point anyways. So that's what you need to do. You need to get with somebody, who can help you work on that.
You know, obviously so here's my question is, you know, you don't want to stay on the phone with her too much, you know, because you don't want to be viewed as friends. You know? Is that what friends?
No. Time doesn't dictate. No, caller. Time does not dictate friendship. It's who's talking. I go back and forth with my girl all the time. From the day that we met, it was a certain kind of energy, a certain kind of intent, and because I know what I'm doing. So I could be on the phone with her all day long. It won't matter, but I'll guarantee her hands could be down her pants in no time flat. So this has to do with, it's not about time. That only matters for people who have no game when it comes to mouthpiece. If you don't got it like that, do not spend time on the phone, because you will paint yourself into a corner of being just her buddy. Because you don't know how to direct it otherwise.
Right. I'm glad you said that, Justin. Let me piggyback off that and say this. And shout out to Lucario. I don't know if he's watching, but I know he's doing a show later on. So y'all check the homie out. So a lot of times when we tell you guys, yo man, get on the phone and get the fuck off. You know, say what you got to say, set up the situation and get off. The reason why we're telling you that in many cases or instances is because for guys who don't have a mouthpiece, for guys who aren't really gamed up, for you, for you guys, I'm just generalizing, over communication for you most definitely will kill attraction. To just the point, he can talk to his woman for 5 minutes or 5 hours. It's not going to make a difference because, like you said, he know what he's doing. And here's the thing with words, right? When you're speaking to a woman, make everything intentional. Have a purpose behind what you say. You know what I'm saying? A lot of guys, they just talk to be talking. So what happens is the conversation is just a bunch of back and forth banter that really has no purpose. It has no purpose in furthering you guys dealing with each other. You know, I always talk about when you deal with women, intrigue, anticipation, and curiosity, right? You want those three things. So regardless of whether or not it's a 5-minute conversation or a 35-minute conversation, when you get off the phone with that young lady, is there still mystery, intrigue, curiosity, and anticipation? Do those dynamics still exist? If the answer is no, then chances are you said something within that conversation that turned her off, right? And you were talking too much about shit that made her look at you in a different light. So to Justin's point, and J98 said it in the chat, utilize voice text, right? Your phone should have where you can text, but it should have a feature where you can leave a voice text, right? I utilize that a lot. And I'm gonna tell you right now, there are some women that they thoroughly enjoy listening to my voice text over and over.
I think you mean audio message. Audio message.
Audio, same thing. Yeah, audio message.
Audio message.
I think for an iPhone, it might be called something different, but it's the same shit. And there are women, if they like the sound of your voice and they like the way that you talk, they will listen to that shit over and over again.
I wish I could set it where it would delete over a certain amount of time.
Yeah. Right. So caller, did we answer your question?
Yeah, you guys covered up, man. Appreciate you, fellas.
All right, man. Appreciate you, man. Good luck to you.
Take care, brother.
Right,
exactly.
On Cold Steel, on the comments, you know, marrying a woman based on her family and friends, saying that she's a great girl, not for me. I understand that, but you know, you're not part of that culture. So, you know, you got to understand different cultures do things differently. It doesn't make it right or wrong.
Exactly, J. Roman. Don't make it right or wrong. It's just their culture.
We got anonymous. You on the Manhood is a Skill Set show. Name, age, city. What's on your mind?
We're about to ask about.
All right, sorry, I'm not doing that again.
No.
All right, so, guys, call in 919-647-9392. 810. You called in, but you hung up. You could call back. I don't know what that was about, but 810. Go ahead and call back. Yeah, man. But
we got some questions here in the chat.
Yeah, I want to do some questions in the chat.
Let me snatch them up right quick. Give me a second, gentlemen. Where's one? There's one right here. Why will women stay with men for long periods of time? I hate when you ask these questions. Even when they are doing everything wrong, such as trying to be controlling and not letting the woman have free will. Look, okay,
why are you asking about other men?
Yeah, like.
Hold on. 810, you're online. You're online with the Manhood is a Skill Set show. 810. Name, age, city. Go ahead.
Yeah, this is Mike. I'm 30.
Okay, what's going on?
So yeah, I just wanted to call in. I'm in a kind of like the last caller. I'm a religious person, and I'm caught up between, you know, and I'm also in a relationship, but I'm caught up in between, you know, committing to monogamy, which because I really love my girlfriend, and you know, being out here doing my thing. So what do y'all have to say?
Okay, let me ask you a question. So you already in a relationship. How long you been in this relationship of yours?
It's been like a year and like a year and a half.
Okay, are you and your woman sexually active?
Yeah.
Okay.
You ain't that religious. Yeah, you ain't that religious.
Yeah. So let me ask you a question. So when you got it, whose idea was it to get into the relationship? Did you come to your girl or did she come to you?
No, I came to her.
So when y'all talked about the relationship and y'all agreed to be in a relationship, can you tell us about the talk about being monogamous and sexual exclusivity? Can you tell us how that went, please?
I mean, the thing is, like she wants it. I mean, I haven't, like, when I first met her, you know, I was dealing with multiple chicks.
How old are you again? How old are you again, real quick?
I cut it off.
How old are you
30.
again?
30.
30? God.
Mike says he's 30.
Okay, so we're real quick. So you were dealing with other women. Did she know you were dealing with other women when you were dating her?
Yeah, she knew that.
Okay, so when you went to her and said, you know, I want you to be my boo, I want to be in a relationship with you, and she told you she wanted you to drop all those chicks?
No, she didn't tell me that. It kind of like some of them fell off, and
okay, fam. This is what I'm getting to. My brother. This is what I'm getting to. Is there an expectation that she is the only woman you are to deal with?
I mean, this is what I'm saying. I haven't come out and specifically said to her that I'm only going to like be with you.
My brother.
No, her expectation.
No, you dancing in the raindrops, bro.
Listen to the question that I'm asking. I'm not asking on what you said to her. I'm at, because you know this. Every guy who's in a relationship, you know this. Is there an expectation from her that she expects to be the only woman you dicking down?
I mean, she wants that. Yeah, she does want that.
Okay, so how do you know she wants that? How do you know she wants that?
I mean, when we've been together, she said it.
So she said she don't want you dealing with other chicks. But what do you want, bro?
I mean, it don't really matter to me.
So if it don't matter, why are you calling us today? Why are you calling us today, sir? What are you trying to figure out?
I'm just trying to get y'all. I just want a different outside perspective.
Okay, here's a perspective. A man knows what and who he is. So if you're a man that deals with multiple women, every woman you deal with will know that at all times. So therefore, she doesn't have to question it. Does that answer your question?
I mean, sure, but again, I don't mind being monogamous. Like, I'm not sure. I don't.
Okay, so
then make up your mind.
Yeah, Mike.
Yeah, live your life then, bro.
What are you most influenced by?
You said it don't matter and you don't mind being monogamous. So just be monogamous with your girl and shut the fuck up. What you calling us for?
I mean, duh, like, I mean, cool. I was just
Bro, listen. No. Stop. Caller, I need you to understand something. You said it don't matter and you don't mind being monogamous. So what is the point of getting a quote unquote outside opinion, bro? What does our opinion have to do with you?
Oh, that's real. That's true.
You a 30-year-old man. You a grown ass man living your own life. What the fuck does any of our opinion got to do with what you're doing with your girl?
I'm not gonna let him get away with what he said in the beginning. I can't let it go. I can't let it go.
I know where you're going. I know
Caller, when you first called up, you said you were interested in still entertaining other women.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't that what you said?
I didn't really say that. I said
yes, you did.
This nigga.
Man.
Yes, you did.
Hey, Mike.
You made a claim of two conflicting viewpoints, and that was the reason why you called in the first place.
I didn't lean and say, yeah, I still want. I'm conflicted. I didn't say, yeah, I definitely still want to, like, do.
Right, but you presented two conflicting viewpoints. You're like, well, I can do this, or I want to do that. I'm not sure. I want to hear what your opinion is. Now, towards the end of the questioning, you're saying, well, I don't mind being monogamous. It sounds like to me you have to sit down with yourself and decide what it is the hell you want. That's what I think you need to do.
I know what it is. I know what it is. Caller, I had a consultation a few months back with this gentleman, right? Young guy, early 20s, I believe, still in college. He was dealing with this young lady. The young lady told him, now they had just met. This young lady told him straight up, she didn't want him dealing with no other chicks, right? And they literally just met. They know each other for like 3 weeks and shit, right? So when he called up and I was doing the consultation, he was asking for advice on how to navigate that situation. And I said, first and foremost, you never allow a woman to dictate to you what you do with your dick under any circumstances, right? So much like you, when he first called up,
your choice.
Yeah, he showed the desire to still want to deal with other women. Towards the end of the consultation, just like you just did, he was like, well, maybe it won't be so bad. I might as well, right? And what it was one, he knew if I don't at least pretend like she the only one, she ain't gonna let me fuck. And if I want to have continued access to fucking her, then I can't be fucking with no other chicks. So what he ended up doing, he called me back probably a couple weeks later, and he said, I regret it. He said the pussy was whack. I don't even really want to fuck her no more. Right? I'm trying to figure out how to get from underneath. I mean, she's cool, but I'm trying to figure out how to get from underneath this situation. And I'm like, bro, you didn't want the advice that was given to you. See, the reason why you're conflicted is because you do want to have sex with other chicks. You just want to have your cake and eat it too. You want to be able to fuck other chicks and keep your girl. Not only do you want to keep your girl, but you don't want her fucking no other dudes in the process while you fucking other chicks. Just tell me I'm wrong.
And that's fine as long as you set it up that way from the beginning. That's where it's a problem with see, this is what happens a lot of times. A lot of times guys they'll be dealing with a lot of girls, okay? They'll get with one that wants to be with him. Like she starts campaigning for it to be on his program. Mm-hmm. And then he gets with her. They stay together for a little while and then he starts to get bored. Mm-hmm. And then he gets overconfident. And he's like, oh, I got this. Now I'm feeling more charged up. I feel I can get more women. I want to, but they've not communicated that they're this way from the very beginning. And that's where you fuck up. You have to know who you are and what it is exactly that you want and communicate that throughout the relationship and be able to move like that. Not just pick it up out of the blue and be like, oh, I want to do this. It's going to throw her for a loop. So if you do that and she wants to bounce, let her bounce, and then you can go back to having a bunch of women.
Let me add this. Carl, I don't know if you saw the thumbnail, but on the thumbnail, I have this text that says obligated or free will monogamy. You are in a situation where you're obligated. Because if it was free will, you wouldn't be conflicted. Right? You understand? If it was free will, you wouldn't be conflicted because it's a personal choice and you cool with your choice. And the reason why you're conflicted is because you feel a sense of obligation because if you try and have sex with another woman and she finds out, or if you go to her and tell her you want to entertain other women, it's going to cause some drama in your situation. So this motherfucking the title of this joint, this is just for you. It got your name all over it, buddy. You know what I'm saying? It got your name all over it, right? Is the requirement of sexual exclusivity consistent with love or possessiveness? Now, I believe your desire to tell her you want to be sexually exclusive has nothing to do with love or possessiveness on your part. Now, perhaps hers when it comes to wanting to possess you. I believe your desire to want to be sexually exclusive is not even a desire. I don't think you want to be sexually exclusive. I think you want her to be, but you don't want to be. Am I right?
No, you're not, because like I said, I'm religious, so I don't actually want to be out here fucking a whole bunch of chicks like I was and doing all that shit.
My question is this. My question is, what influences you the most?
Pussy.
What you mean?
What influences you the most?
I mean, if I'm being honest, like I had to kind of like I watch these shows and they talk about, I'm out here fucking all these chicks and doing all that shit. Like I kind of stopped listening to all that because, like I said, I don't mind being monogamous, but when I listen to all of these shows and all of that, like they just make me super like want to just be with a whole bunch of women and shit. And
I want you to listen to yourself.
Know what you want,
I want you to listen to yourself real quick, all right? Your thing that you said was, I asked you what influences you the most. You didn't say religion. You didn't say yourself. You didn't say your girl. You said some videos you be watching that makes you think that you want to go out there and fuck other chicks. But secondary, but I am kind of religious. And because right now, I don't understand. See, you're putting out several different things, which lets everybody know I don't really know myself. I don't really have an identity which I can stand on and say, this is me.
Mm-hmm.
See, I I can make a mistake that nobody knows I made a mistake, but it's a mistake to myself because I know myself, and I say, you know what, that's against what you be doing. It has nothing to do with nobody else. It's just the character that I built for myself. So you say your influence is videos? Your most influence is videos?
I mean, I'll be watching these videos and stuff, and like I said, something like when you watch a whole bunch of them, they make you want to go out and just fuck all these chicks.
Yo, bro, hold on. Let me get real quick, Jay. Brother. You're 30 years old and you don't know who the fuck you are. Can I hear you say that? Can I hear you say, hey man, I don't know who I am. That's why I'm calling in today. Can you say that out loud, please?
Yeah, I don't know what I want.
No. We haven't got to what you want yet, because you can't ever know what you want until you know who you are. That's why I created the Masculine Identity Membership. So I need you to say, I don't know who I am. That's why I'm calling in today, fellas. That's what I need you to say.
I believe I do know myself, Miles.
Bro. If you can't admit it, then there's the conversation doesn't matter from this point. If you can't address the fact that you don't know who the fuck you are, then we can't. There's no point in us talking, bro. That's what I'm trying to tell you. A lot of y'all niggas, y'all call in, y'all know shit is fucked up. You know you having issues with your mindset, but you can't admit it. You can't call somebody to fix your problems, but you don't want to actually face your fucking problems. It doesn't work that way. Can you tell me, can you just say to us, I don't know who I am. I'm having trouble pinning down who I am. I'm having trouble with my masculine identity. Can you say that, sir?
Yes, I'm having trouble with my identity.
Okay, thank you. Now, the reason why you don't know what you want is because you don't know who you are. You haven't locked it in yet, okay? That's what it is. Forget all the shit that's going on with your girl. Forget everything that's going on with the videos that you be watching. It's on you, my brother. You're a 30-year-old man. At what age do you think you can stop being influenced by all this shit? I'm telling you, the day that you decide, the day that you make a decision on a man that you want to be, that's the day. The day that you decide that only you can influence you, that's the day. Because you over here talking about, I don't mind being monogamous, but yet and still I'm calling to get an outside opinion. Notice Lucario and myself, what do we say at the end of every show? The truth is inside who? Who? The truth is inside you, bro. That's what we say. You calling for outside opinions and all this other shit. The problem don't got nothing to do with your girl. It don't got nothing to do with nothing else but the fact that you don't know who the fuck you are, bro. Now, do you at least have a image that you're trying to an image of the man that you're trying to become? Do you at least have an image of the man that you're trying to become?
Yeah.
What does that man look like?
I mean, I want a family. You know, I want to be loyal to my faith. You know, my religion.
Okay.
You know, be successful.
Okay. So you want a family, you want to be loyal to your faith, you want to be successful. But so why do you keep, all right, real quick after this, why do you keep consuming content that would have your mind wondering otherwise?
That's a great point.
Okay, good. You got it, J. Roman.
No, I just wanted to stop you because I felt like you was giving trade secrets away about your whole program. Like I felt like like you were going to a point where people actually subscribe to your masculine identity to get it, because the way you were moving, it was just normalcy for you. But I could tell that this is your program, so they're getting a piece of that, and I didn't want him to get that without him.
Here's
the masculine identity to get that, and that's why I paused, because you're about to roll, right? You're just rolling because it's you,
right?
And because that's a valuable tool on how to get to you knowing yourself, sir. And I hope you appreciate just the beginning piece of that.
Right.
Yeah. Well, here's the trick. The trick, Jay, is Miles is explaining what needs to happen.
Yeah.
Which is perfectly fine. What more importantly is how.
Yep.
So What's missing, I mean, what I call it in my world is your constitution. Because you look at this nation, they had to get their heads together, a bunch of men, and figure out what laws and rights were going to run this country from a very foundational level. And it took a lot of time, and they probably had a lot of arguments, but they figured it out, and then later on there were some amendments, okay, because that's what happens over time. But the point is they had a constitution to guide the intention of the nation. And when you don't have that, then you're aimless. Like, imagine how this place would have gone if there was no constitution. It would be a clusterfuck. Probably most people would be dead. So in order to prevent that kind of destruction in your own life, you need to have your own constitution. Now, a matter of how that's formed, that's where, coaching comes in, because, that shit takes a lot of time.
Right. Real quick, caller, are you aware that I'm actually allowing access to my membership for 99 cents for the first month?
There it is.
Caller?
No, I did not.
Okay, well, if you go to masculineidentitymembership.com, all the information is right there on the front page, the discount code and everything that you need in order to get the membership for 99 cents. You understand? That's a promotion that I have going right now. So no man has an excuse at this point. If you can't do 99 cents, then you really need to figure your life out. You get what I'm saying?
But Miles, it's 99 cents for 30 days, right?
99 cents for the first 30 days. Anything after that, you're going to have to pay regular price per month, but you could cancel anytime. It's all up to you. But at least you get the first 30 days for 99 cents.
So caller, it will behoove you to break out 99 cents and then binge watch that shit for 30 days.
Facts.
Every day.
Yeah, instead of watching other shit that influences you, because obviously you're easily influenced. That's what you've revealed to us. So influence yourself with things that are actually going to help you along the way that you want to go.
There you go. And my bad, Miles, when I was putting it in earlier, I knew it looked funny because I kept forgetting the membership. I'm like, this shit looked funny. It didn't register until you put it in there. But anyway, go ahead, caller. Do your thing.
Real quick, I mean, the thing I was gonna say is like part of the influence was y'all though, because that's all y'all talk about.
Okay, cool. I'm glad. Caller, have you ever seen the movie The Mexican with Julia Roberts and Brad Pitt? You ever see that movie called The Mexican?
No.
Came out years ago, right? So there's a scene where Brad Pitt, he's on the first floor. The woman, Julia Roberts, is on the second floor. She's throwing his shit to the ground, and they're talking, and she's upset with him, and he says something, and she says, "So you're blame shifting now? Is that what you're gonna do? You're blame shifting, right?" So a lot of times when people do shit, instead of owning up to what they're doing, they want to direct the attention somewhere else so they can avoid accountability. Let me ask you a question. So when you were listening to us talk about the shit that we talk about, did you ever feel like, damn, maybe I haven't sold my oats enough. Maybe I haven't fucked enough chicks. Maybe I should do that before I really get married and settle down. Did that come to your mind?
I mean, naturally it will. Yeah, of course.
Easy, of course. And that's what it is. That's what it is. Although you keep, because in my opinion, you keep using your religion as a coat. You keep trying to hide behind it, right?
Yeah, he's coping. Yeah.
Because you there are things you really want to do, but you're using your religion to kind of keep you in pocket, right? And my thing is, this is what I would say to any guy, including yourself. Some of you guys need to just pick one chick. Pick one woman that you love, you care about, she loves, you care about. Y'all,
and
you
that's
guys
totally fine.
And that's fine. And there's nothing wrong with. Let me just say this, gentlemen. Please, I implore everybody that's listening. There is nothing wrong with monogamy-oriented relationships.
Right.
Now, personally, it ain't for me, but for y'all, there's nothing wrong with it. Okay. Mm-hmm. All we're trying to do is give you the tools to make wise decisions when you do elect to choose that woman you want to be in that type of relationship with. Y'all got it.
Exactly.
Or any other relationship with. So
facts.
My thing is, caller, you have to understand that you're not alone. There's a lot of people with the same views like you, watch videos, but the same thing Zach just said about finding one girl or whatever and being with that person and encouraging, he said that before many times. Did you ever see that in the videos you were watching? Because a lot of times when we watch something, we pick out what we want to hear out of the video.
Yeah,
we pick out what we want to hear out of a
Selective
conversation.
hearing.
That's the part that I was gonna fucking get at when I got a chance to talk, because
you know, it's another thing that he probably hasn't heard that we've said before. Don't have multiple women until having one you can handle half drunk with your eyes closed and both hands tied behind your back.
Bro, we say so much. We say so much. I just literally said the truth is inside you. I got a t-shirt that says men and women are not equal. We talk about believing in yourself, consistency, manhood, management. And the only fucking thing you got out of all of that shit was, you know what? Even though I got a girl, I might want to be fucking with some other chicks. You chose to listen to that part of the passage, homie.
Yeah.
Don't fucking come over here and say, my influence come from fucking with y'all niggas. No, motherfucker. Let me tell you something. Letting your girl know that you reserve the freedom to fuck with multiple women is different from saying that I only promote polygamy or dealing with a bunch of women. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's two different things. Because I'll be honest with you. I am more of a monogamous type of guy, meaning that I'm more comfortable in focusing a lot of my attention on one woman who deserves it.
Mm-hmm.
But will I go out on a date with another chick, every once in a while? Will I have another fuck buddy every couple of weeks until it fizzles out? You damn right I will. But the point is, I'm not going to lie about that. And I'm only going to give that type of top choice attention to a woman that deserves it. But I'm not sitting here telling you, bro, the only way to go is to fuck with multiple bitches. Not really, because truth be told, most women don't deserve your masculine energy. Most women are not compatible with your masculine energy. So, caller, for you to come over here and say, yo, I was listening to y'all niggas and it's because of y'all why I want to fuck with so many women. You are choosing to sift that out of all the gold that we fucking give to y'all, bro. Stop it.
Yeah. It's like a sponge, Miles. Okay, so like a sponge can soak up water. It can soak up tea, coffee, alcohol, poison. It can soak up vomit. It can soak up urine. Okay. A sponge will just soak up anything. And then, so like, let's say it soaks up some liquid poison. Do you blame the poison? No. It's the sponge that did the sucking up. Okay. So like, if you know that you're the type of person who is easily influenced by things, if you're watching shit and you start thinking all this different stuff because of what you've watched, understand yourself and be like, okay, well, you know what? It seems like I'm very susceptible to the words of people that I think I trust. Okay. Right. When it comes to like us. And to be fair, we're fairly influential men. So I get that.
I would agree.
So if you understand yourself to being that kind of guy, then you need to pare down what gets in and what doesn't. Like you have to have a very strong filter for yourself and only let in what you deem to be helpful towards what Miles was talking about, your vision. And then that allows you to reverse engineer. So you have the vision of like, okay, I want it like this. I want it like this. I want it like this. It looks like this. It functions in this way. Okay. Now what are the steps to breaking that down so it can create that vision?
Right.
That's how it should be done. And anything that does not tether to those steps and to that vision, you don't fuck with it. You don't allow anything to tether to those steps if it doesn't meet that vision, because then you're just wasting your time and your mental energy.
Facts. Real shit.
Is that what y'all have done? Just in passing, while we wrap up, is that what y'all have done to, strengthen y'all's identity and, like,
yeah,
I did a lot of things.
It takes a lot of time.
That's basically what we've done. It all goes back to what I told you before about understanding the man that you're trying to become, and it has something to do with what Mr. Justice was saying about having a constitution, or you could call it a mission statement, or you can call it a bottom line. The thing is, you have to understand at least the archetype of the man that you're trying to become. And then each day, because bro, this thing is not an overnight thing, and it's not perfection, right? It's something that you work on daily. This is why we also talk about consistency, because whether you have one woman or you have a roster of women, you know what you have to fuck with any female and to even be successful in your own life? Consistency, bro. Consistency. And right now, this is the reason why I told you that it don't got nothing to do with your girl or the content that you consume. Right now, it's you. You don't have any consistency, because there's a difference between saying I am a monogamous man and saying, well, I don't mind being monogamous. Do you understand? When somebody says I don't mind something, it doesn't mean that they're cool with it. It just means that they can tolerate it. But deep down, there is something inside them that they haven't made a choice on yet. That's what it really means. It means that you're giving yourself a little bit of flexibility to say later on, well, I don't feel like being monogamous no more. That's why you're talking about I don't mind being monogamous. Why? Because you haven't made the choice. And without choice, you can't have consistency. You're putting yourself in a flexible space. And no woman can put her trust in that. No woman. And that's why you can't even think about multiple women at this point in your life, bro, because your mind is not there yet.
I'm glad you said that, Miles. Caller. I used to think like that. You know, I think I could be monogamous. You know, I can do that, right? And what I realized is that I was lying to myself.
Facts.
And if you're lying to yourself, you're lying to the woman. So already you have a relationship that's doomed to fail from the very beginning, because you can't even be truthful with yourself. You know what I'm saying? And what I found in my relationships where I was trying to be monogamous is that I was trying. See, I was trying to be monogamous, right? And that don't work. You know what I'm saying? It has to be something that, again, free will. Okay, are you being monogamous because you feel a sense of obligation because you don't want to hurt the woman's feelings, or you don't want to lose her, or that's the only way you can get her to commit to you? You know what I'm saying? Or are you being monogamous? Like, for all women listening right now, I got y'all. Here's a true test to see if you got a guy that wants to be monogamous to you of his own volition, or he's just doing it to pacify you. So women, if you got a guy, you're not talking about a relationship, tell him this. Hey, we can be in a relationship. I'm going to be sexually exclusive to you, but if you want to date other women, I have no problem with it. And if he agrees to that shit, he was a guy that would have cheated on you if you didn't give him that option. I'm just telling you. Y'all got it, man.
No, for me, when I was growing up, I had people around me that have been in relationships since high school, right? And their relationships was just dope to me because they had the most open and honest relationships I've ever seen, right? The way they talk to each other, the way they just express, like, you know, and I'm talking about they talk to each other like, you know, it's kind of weird, like they was upset with each other, but wasn't, you know, like, hey, I told you to do this. And they just knew each other for so long that they knew everything about each other. So they could just be open and honest completely. Like, you know, there was no, hey, you know, was the food good? You know, this food wasn't good. This is nasty. Like, why'd you bring this to me? You know, and she chuckles and take it back. And, you know, just like they were able to express. And so I thought like, oh, that's dope, right? I was in high school. I was like, man. And it seemed like consistently with these relationships, they were with each other for so long and started in high school. So when I was growing up, I wanted to find mines in high school. Right. I wanted to find this girl in high school and we were just going to match and roll on. And that was going to be it. Well, that wasn't my story. I had too many in high school and then too many afterwards. And I had to tell the truth to myself that no, I didn't find mine in high school because really I wasn't looking for it, even though I've seen this. So my role was actually being honest with myself. And I think that's the hardest thing people have to do because you got to get to know yourself, but you have to go through really being honest with yourself about what you want to do. That like Justin was saying, your constitution, who you are, and then living it. That's the consistency of living it. And let's just take the example. You say you're religious and you have a girlfriend, but you guys have sex. Now, do you guys go to church together? Do you do Bible study with her? Do you, what do you do to show her that you're consistently a religious person where she can respect that with you? Or can she turn you and influence you to change from that?
No.
Because consistency matters in all parts of life.
Well, caller, let me present to you what I just said earlier. If your woman came to you and said, "Hey, I know you're a man. I know you like variety. I'm just hypothetically speaking. Hey, if you want to entertain other women every now and again, just let me know. Make sure you use a condom. Don't bring anything here that you didn't leave with." Would you consider and tell her, okay, you know what, there might be a time or two where I might do that, but I'll let you know. Would you do that? Be honest.
I'm not trying to do that. I'm not trying.
See, the fact that you paused so long, and the fact that you said I'm not trying to do that, suggests that you would be open to the possibility of entertaining another woman. See, Colin, let me just tell you about myself, right? I know I'm not built to fuck the same woman for 20 years. I know I'm not built to do that. I can't. It's not going to happen. Now, what I can do is I can be sexually exclusive in spurts. Like I can be with one woman for several months at a time, even years at a time, a couple years here and there, a few years here and there at a time. But I know I'm not built to be in a long-term relationship or marriage for 15, 20 plus years and be with that one woman sexually. I can't do that. I'm not doing that, right? So for me, if I ever get into a relationship again, which I don't know if I will, but if I did, that's exactly what it's going to be, where it's not going to be no just absolute sexual exclusivity where it's just me and you until the day they put me in the ground. That's not going to happen, right? So any woman going to have to understand that, hey, yeah, there might be times where I'm not fucking no chicks, and there might be just you, and there's going to be other times where I will be fucking chicks. And if you ain't cool with that, then you and we can never go past where I got you at right now. But here's the thing though, caller, I'm okay with potentially having a woman walk out of my life when I tell her that. You know what I'm saying? I'm okay because I don't want no woman in my life under the pretense that it's gonna be the way she wants it to be.
Exactly.
No, it's gonna be exactly how I'm telling her it's gonna be. And either I have enough influence and she wants to be with me that much where she's willing to go that route with me, or then she can step on and deal with other guys. You know what I'm saying?
What religion are you? What religion are you, by the way?
Christian.
I'm Christian. So, but I just want to say, like, I hear what you're saying, K-Zag, but I mean, I don't know if you religious or not. It don't sound like it. But I'm not trying to just give in to just like lust and just because I can and want to fuck all these chicks, just do it. Like, I'm not trying to do that.
But here's the thing, and I don't like what you're doing with religion. And that's what I mean by that. Just because you're religious doesn't mean you're supposed to only be with one woman. Now, there might be some religions that kind of condition you to have that thought process. You know what I'm saying? So even with Islam, okay, there are men who have more than one wife. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people, they think religion, oh, if I'm religious, then it has to be this one way. No, right? And here's the thing with the Bible, right? Okay, and I don't want to get too far into the weeds with this because people get super offended when you talk about shit like this. But even with the Bible, anything that was touched by man is corrupted. Okay, period. So if it's a book and that shit was printed, you know what I'm saying? You know, on a fucking printing press, you know what I'm saying, with some words, right? Because even when you read the Old Testament, New Testament, the words are different. Words have been changed up. It means the same, but it's been changed up. Wait a minute. If this was all God's will, then why ain't the shit the same? Why is it different? Because you have men who are getting in the Bible and they putting shit in their own words, right? So the fact that it's been corrupted, there are certain things you can take, certain scriptures you can take from the Bible that are good, and you can live your life by it, right? Then there's other things that you got to question. So even with and I'm not religious. I'm more spiritual than religious. Now I believe in God and all other type of shit, been to church, all that, but I don't allow religion to dictate me. I dictate myself, right? I don't give a fuck what society says, and I don't give and all praise due to God. But I don't let the man in the sky dictate me either. You know what I'm saying? I do me. You know what I'm saying? As long as I ain't being malicious and hurting nobody, and I'm being honest with who the fuck I am, I just do me. Y'all got it.
Well, and that's you, but that's just not me.
So
Man,
my thing is, be
you don't
consistent
know.
with yourself. Then, like, be consistent with yourself. Then, like, it sounds like you need to reassure yourself, and I mean, assure yourself up on how you move religiously, if that's your biggest influence.
Mm-hmm. Maybe you need to go
So,
talk to your pastor, or whatever.
yeah, because you say I'm not this character guy, I'm this other character guy, and I wouldn't want to be out there like that. But I watch some videos, and man, it really makes me want to be out there like that.
But
So
I want to know, caller, what part of our content actually told you or inspired you to want to be fucking with so many women?
That's based. That's like 90% of the videos.
Really?
I'm doing this. Yeah, that I see.
So when
you
did
see in totality or from us?
When did I'm just trying to say, when did any of us actually say to, hey, all of the viewers out there, make sure you're having sex with a bunch of different women? When did we say that?
Okay, it's not that you say that verbatim, but it's implied. That's what I'm saying. That's
Really?
the tense that it's implied.
It's implied. Okay. All right.
I think I get what he's saying. I think what he is hearing is many stories by any number of us talk about how enjoyable it is, and kind of puff it up a little bit about being with more than one woman or having women on your roster. And it's pervasive throughout American culture. That's like, oh, that's a top tier sort of thing, that like, if you're a guy and you've got a roster, a number of women, and then that makes you a real man, and that
Right.
means you're competent or whatever. And it's
Right.
like, you know what? I've been there before. It's not as enjoyable. Honestly, I'd rather have 1 or 2 women who worship the ground I walk on and have shrines built to me in their closet, versus 300 women who I've banged and like I keep them around like on rotations. Like it pales in comparison, man.
Yeah,
That's just me. That's just me.
I would just say this real quick. Like I'm not trying to denigrate y'all, because I'm not a perfect human. I've been with multiple women. I've done all of that. So I'm not trying to denigrate. I'm just saying I'm not trying to be that person. I'm trying to actually make changes. And when I listen to the content, that's just the message that.
Well,
a lot of times the story comes with a lesson that we learned to help move us along this path of really knowing yourself and really becoming who you want to be, and your constitution and consistency. So a lot of times the story is not said just to say, hey, I've been banging all these chicks, but usually it's like, hey man, I had to learn this when I was younger, when I did this, or while I'm doing this, I had to see, just like Miles and Lucario, on sometimes when you listen to them and he talks about the way he lives life, how it's not as easy as everybody thinks.
Right.
Like there's some things you're going to have to deal with his lifestyle, and it's never just, oh, I need all the guys to just go ahead and do this. And that's where that I'm going to say again is where you're kind of looking at the information and taking from it what you kind of want to take from it.
Want to take and that's the thing, caller. You just said, yeah, hey man, I don't want to denigrate you guys and blah blah blah, but that's not me. So if that's not you, brother, then how come that's the only thing you heard?
Yeah, because we talk about a lot of shit, man.
Again, because like I said, I've lived that way in the past. I've done all of that. So when y'all, it's like a reminder. And then, like you said, when you glorify it and puff it up, it just makes it seem like you shitting on the.
You know what's so funny, caller? You know what this reminds me of? You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, they had, you know what I'm saying, banging in Little Rock, right? Bloods and Crips, right? And they would talk to these young dudes and even females that got into gang culture, and they would say, it looked at fun to me, right? That's what you sound like. It looked at fun to me, right? So here's the thing. Here on YouTube, there are channels rather that are catered to marriage and family and love and all that. Why not watch that shit?
Yeah, go listen to them.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
I mean, because you're right. I will never talk about my experiences as a negative thing. I had a lot of fun. It was great.
Niggas
You know, I learned a lot. I learned a lot of things.
still having fun,
So
still learning.
yeah, I'm not gonna ever say, you know, like, hey, but I did learn a lot of lessons, and I, you know, from the things I was doing. But I'm the type of person to learn from anywhere, from, you know, movies, from my fellow people on the panel, from, you know, watching people walk in the building and how they, you know, they move. Like my mind is always thinking, but you know what I see is just not. It has to go through my process in my head to
Exactly.
decipher the information on if this is something that I can use or something that's going to go against however I am built and kick it out. And so my thing is, I can watch a million shows about killing somebody. I ain't going out to kill nobody, right?
Right.
Like I could watch a million shows about a lot of different things, but it's not going to move me to do that. Now, I just want to say you got to get consistency, because you just get contradicted yourself again with your latest couple of statements. You said, I've been out there, I've done all that, I don't want to move like that. Well, then it really shouldn't be an issue then to see us talk about it, because you can relate. Yeah, shoot, I used to do that too. But now I'm moving on to something different. So you should hear the same thing when it comes to us talk about the more consistency that a man has, the more consistency that a man builds, his constitution, his things like that. That should be heard more, because you can relate to what we talked about earlier as far as what we've done and things we've learned and what we're moving.
I agree with that. I appreciate that. That was a great point. I appreciate that.
Yeah, man. But hey, caller, we on OT, man, and we appreciate the call. It was definitely a teachable moment for a lot of guys listening. Cause there's a lot of influence out there, and we have to remember, as content creators, we are influential as well. But at the end of the day, I think we're one of the few, or we are some of the few content creators who, even though we have an image that may influence you, we try to remind you to think for yourself. We try to remind you that the truth is inside you. We try to remind you to not be influenced. We try to remind you to focus on yourself and what you truly want. And then go ahead and work towards that with consistency and masculinity. That's the baseline of what we really trying to talk about, bro. We're not telling you to live like us or to be like us. We're telling you to figure out who you are and be like you. That's what we're really saying. So hope, and the truth is, that's what I wish that the most of the influence can come from. But of course, people are going to gravitate to what they really want to gravitate to. So it is what it is. But like I said, Cola, if you go to masculineidentitymembership.com, you can join my membership for 99 cents for the first 30 days. So I think you should get up on that, man. And then later on, when you really get to lock down your identity and you really get comfortable and you start to celebrate who you are, from there, I think you'll be better off and there'll be less influential agents, affecting you. You get what I'm saying?
There we go. There we have it.
And I appreciate y'all time. Sorry for holding y'all up.
All right, brother. No problem. No problem, man. We appreciate the call. You have a great day. Be good to yourself. Take it easy and enjoy the rest of your weekend. All right, I'm cutting these lines. If y'all want to do the questions, and then
I want to do a shout out real quick to Renee P. Yeah, she's being such a good girl there in the chat by sharing all of our links and our socials. I really appreciate that.
Thank you, Renee.
Same thing.
Appreciate you, Renee. Definitely.
You've been handling that. Appreciate you. Blessings and love to you. Real quick, I want to get on this. He says, "Why again, gentlemen? Okay, don't worry about. See, a lot of you guys, and there's a lot of nonsense on the internet where guys are condemning women for their relationship choices and their choices and who they had babies by. Don't concern yourself with other people's situations. Worry about your shit. There's a saying, right? Don't sweat what you can't control. Why are you worrying about shit you can't control, right? And all it is guys, they have a lot of vitriol and angst towards women. And a lot of that comes as a result of maybe being rejected one too many times for your liking. Maybe relationships aren't working out. Maybe you ain't fucking. Because this YouTube is a cesspool for the sexually frustrated male. You know what I'm saying? Straight up and down. It's a lot of sexually frustrated motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of their complaining really comes as a result of them watching way too many Pornhub and X videos joints and tossing off and not having a woman assist them with that. So y'all should go out there, get some sex, you know what I'm saying, from a real woman that without paying for it. Don't, because even when you pay for it, you still gonna feel some type of way because you're not getting that real type of intimate connection or affection when you pay for the shit, right? So go out there and get you some. Real quick. So he says, why do women become so bitter? Okay, all right, bro. I'm not gonna answer that. Come on, we ain't doing that. All right, Ernest Kwame. So basically, never hold women to come. Man, y'all some hoe ass niggas today, man. Y'all really are. Yeah. I mean, God.
Hey,
man.
this whole thing, like, why do women basically hold women? Stop speaking in fucking hypotheticals. If this is actually happening in your life, say, why is my woman? Exactly. Why is this happening in my life? Get out of thinking in these broad generalistic things, talking about women in general and men in general. Think about yourself. And if you're not having situations in your life that you can figure out, analyze, and figure out what's going on, then create that. If it's not in your life, don't think about these things. It doesn't fucking matter because it's generalized shit. And there's too much nuance between humans and what's going on in situations to ever have like clear answers about this. There's 53,000 different answers for these questions. And it's like, it's too big. It's too general. Focus on yourself.
Let me say this. Okay, real quick, J. Roman. Two things can be true at the same time. So this is what I'll say. To kind of accommodate all you motherfuckers that's always whining about women. Whenever a relationship ends, right, both people are culpable, right? Now, but here's the key. If a woman cheats on you, that's on her. She's culpable for doing that. But when a relationship ends, and I know, Miles, you said this, we've all said this to one degree or another, take 100% accountability and responsibility for that relationship ending, right? As a man, right? Because here's the thing. This is what I can't stand about dudes. For all you dudes, if you found yourself a bad bitch, right, that was into you, and you invited her to a party or a get together with your friends and family, and you rolled up in there with her on your arm, and dudes was like, man, that's you, dog. Damn, she bad. You be like, yeah, nigga, I know she bad, right? You niggas would break a fucking nail patting yourself on the back. Because you got that woman, right? So why is it when a relationship ends, you point the finger at her? It's all on her. But it was all you when everything was good just a week ago, though. It was all you, nigga. You know what I'm saying? So kind of like a quarterback, right? The quarterback gets all the praises when they win, and he gets all the blame when they lose. That's what leaders do, okay? Exactly. So if you want to be a leader in these relationships with women, take the good with the bad. The reason why you have to take 100% accountability when a relationship ends, because if you don't, you'll never learn your role in the mistakes that were made. This is why you got to blame yourself. Y'all got it.
Exactly. No, I was going to say the same thing, but also that if you don't take 100% accountability for what you did, that's because you were influenced more by the other person, because that influence makes you feel like you're not 100% accountable because you wasn't moving like you would move. You move like the other person would move, and so they're more accountable for that. So I had to tell some guy at work with, like, hey, we kind of boiled down that he wasn't really being much of a man in his relationship. And so the domino was pushed and she cheated. And I was like, well, that's not her fault. And he was like, what do you, I said, okay, let's take all this out of it. Let's take the emotions out of it. Let's take all that out of it. So the relationship ends. You blame her. You get into the next relationship. You didn't learn anything from the relationship previously. So you're bringing the same person. Now, maybe this next person doesn't cheat, but the relationship is still not good, right? The relationship's still not good, but you guys are in it. If you didn't learn anything, the results are still going to keep happening. How she handles it might be different, but on your side, if you don't learn anything, you're going to keep repeating the same thing until you learn how to take accountability. And like Zag was saying, both can be true. Did she handle it right? No, she didn't handle it right. But at the same time, if you don't learn anything, you're going to keep repeating it.
Yep. Common denominator. So the way I read that was a little bit different with, so basically never hold women. See, it says hold women, like all those women out there accountable, right? No, you don't. And there's too many losers out here talking about women, talking to women en masse. Are you fucking all these women? Are all these women on your program? No? Then shut the hell up, because you're wasting your breath. You're complaining. The only woman that you can hold accountable is the woman who has campaigned to be on your program, and you have rules and guidelines to set up in which you can hold her accountable to, because otherwise you're just holding her accountable to your fucking feelings, right? There has to be set guidelines and understanding and structure and rules so that when something is broken, when things are going out of line, you have a baseline measurement of where it went out of line from. Not just, oh, I feel like you're not doing what you fuck your feelings. Have structure so that you can know where things have deviated, and now you can correct it if it needs correction, or there's punishment if there needs to be punishment, or dismissal if there needs to be dismissal. But you can't do that if there is no woman in your life who's campaigned to be on your program. And you can't do that if you don't have a program to enforce.
Exactly.
I'm glad you said that campaign to be in your life. A lot of you guys are dealing with women who are just there because it's convenient and there's nothing else going on for them. But women aren't really beating the pavement to campaign and audition, right? Which is why when they do get that position in your life, they don't really value it because they never really wanted it in the first place. You know what I'm saying? You wanted them to have it. So this guy asked this question: if a woman was attracted to me and I gave her platonic energy, can I turn it around and be direct? No, it's open for you. Okay, talking about some old one shit. You should have been that way out the gate. Look, sometimes you guys, when y'all deal with women, y'all just need to let it go. Sometimes it's passed you by. You know what I'm saying? Just let it go. Just let it go. And now you know you fucked up. Y'all got
right. It's called having to charge her to the game because you fucked up.
There you go. That's simple. On that note,
yo, that last star comment from Fuck Your Feeling Understood, bro. If you're looking for a discount code on 99 cents, you got bigger problems than this fucking membership, bro.
Because Miles already read discount goes on the front page. This discount was on the
everything is on the front page. Everything is on the front page. Just read.
Discount code for 99 cents, bro.
God damn. Jesus Christ. But Justin, these be the same guys that they'll tell a woman, let's get coffee. She'll say, no, let's do dinner. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. But Jack, you'll sit and say, oh, this is crazy. And I didn't mention this to the guy, though. You'll sit and say this influenced you so much, right? But you won't put 99 cents to it to get the membership.
Facts.
To influence you even more. Like it's
exactly. And you know what the crazy part is? The chick that they just matched with will influence them to take them out for a $250 dinner, right?
Mm-hmm.
He just matched with her. They never met her, never talked to her. And they've been following me for the last 2-3 years. So in essence, they know me way more than the bitch. But I can't get 99 cents. But the bitch could get $250.
You know why? You know why?
Miles would probably say this.
Because she got that thing. She got that thing that's about as small as a quarter. You know what I'm saying? That thing
wet hole.
Everything.
Oh, man.
On that note, y'all got anything y'all want to plug before we end this shit?
I'm gonna go get surgery. Go get surgery and get a vagina installed on my hip.
No, get one installed in your pocket. You know what I'm saying? Because that's where the money gonna be coming and shit.
Facts. Hey guys, so make sure you get the soap, Masculine Identity Natural Luxury Soap. Y'all can hit the QR code right there. Go to gumroad.com/miles in the game. Gumroad.com/miles in the game to get all the other products and stuff, man. Shout out to Renee P. She putting all the links in there. She got the soap link in there. So appreciate y'all. But other than that, guys, yes. Go to masculineidentitymembership.com. My membership, it's 30-day, 99 cents for the first 30 days, 99 cents for the first 30 days. And guess what? When you get on the membership, you literally have access to Game Kings 1. You have access to the seminar video in Vegas. You have access to the seminar video in New York. You understand? Plus, I have over 20 different 60-minute programs chock full of information. And the brand new one is called How to Create Your Style based on your identity, where I literally take you to being able to afford clothes on any level, no matter, because I know a lot of you guys don't got money like that. And I show you how to build your style on every different type of level. I even literally share my screen and show you all the websites that I go to get my clothes and all that type of shit, guys. So make sure you go to masculineidentitymembership.com, get on the membership for 99 cents for the first 30 days. And yeah, man, start building your masculine identity. K-Zag, appreciate you, man. Thanks for having me. A shout out to Mr. Justin with the Dominance Academy, and shout out to the J. Roman way. J. Roman, appreciate you, bro. And I'm happy to be here, man.
On that note, like the stream, like the video, you know what I'm saying? Feel free to donate. Links has been in everybody's shit. Also, tomorrow, 11 a.m. Central Standard Time, 12 East.
Yes.
Real Game, No Theory. We got something for y'all motherfuckers. A lot of you dudes ain't gonna like it, but we gonna talk about it.
I want to mention Mike Washington from last week. Mike Washington, you hit my PayPal, you donated. I appreciate that. You know, I told myself that the people that do, I'm definitely going to show some love on the next show. Let them know that, hey, there's people out here, you know, not the only one, but, you know, there's definitely people out here that donate and appreciate the things that are being said.
Yeah, that's it. Like, so if you can't, you know, find it in your budget to get coaching, I do understand it can be expensive. You can show your support by, you know, making small donations to Cash Apps and things like that. Thanks. Even if you can't do that, take this content, share it with your friends. Okay. Just copy the link and send it to somebody that you think would benefit from this. There's ways that you can support us, and so that we can keep coming here week after week and giving you our time. Okay. Because we don't have to do this. We're all very busy individuals. So we don't have to be here. We're doing this for you. So it would behoove you to show some appreciation in some form or fashion. That if it's not in the form of money, I mean, that's always fine. But that social currency of sharing the information with other people, that can go a long way with us. For me tonight, probably around 10 Eastern, I'll be streaming tonight. It's gonna be a good one. So feel free to drop by. You can hang out in the chat, and if anybody wants to come up, I'm doing it with with StreamYard. So if somebody has a question they want to come up and ask live, you don't have to click on your camera if you don't want to, but you can come up onto the show and ask whatever questions you want in that fashion.
Nice. That's what's up.
That's what's up. And for y'all still watching after we hang up or get not hang up, but log off. Y'all can still see people's links in the joint. You know what I'm saying? So feel free to copy and paste and get up on it. Go ahead, man.
Hold on, Justin. What you doing this on YouTube, right?
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
What's your YouTube channel? I don't know.
Yeah, it's right there. The Dominance Academy.
Dominance Academy. Okay, perfect.
Yes.
All right, perfect. Yeah, guys, go check that out, man.
All right, peace.
All right.
See y'all tomorrow.
Have a good one, guys.
All right.